is reversed of me for some reason. And I look at myself and it's so strange. I'm looking,
Wow.
look, this is my right hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on my screen it's going left. So it's
Oh,
like
that's right. It would be much.
Yeah,
I
you're
have
opposite.
exactly the same to me. It's much easier to look at yourself.
oh, is it? Okay. All right.
Just
Can I
like the
still
mirror.
watch?
What?
Can I still watch? Is it recorded?
I don't know. I have to ask.
Well, no, they videotaped it, but I don't know
They
when.
recorded it. Yeah, they recorded it last
guys,
night.
Because I missed it too, and I really want to see it.
Good. So that if they recorded it, then I'm sure there'll be some way to dig it up.
Good.
Good.
Worth seeing.
It's a very difficult play to Zoom. As almost
Yeah.
any play is difficult play to Zoom, but particularly difficult because it's a political play. So to keep the audience's interest in political ideas over an hour and a half is it's challenging to say the least.
I thought you did it well.
Oh,
Apparently
thanks.
you did it.
I did it.
Somebody
Well,
else
we
said
did
they
it.
loved it too.
I'm
Was
really
it
looking
not?
forward to this. I hope you find it.
So John, they will be able to see it sometime. Somebody did
Yes, I
record.
believe so. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
great. That'll be great. Good. That must be James.
You bet.
Yeah, I don't see your face yet though, James.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll do
wait,
my
I'm just
best
gonna get
to.
a glass. I'm coming back.
Hi, James. How's the plumbing?
All is back to normal.
What are you having plumbing problems, James?
Oh my God, yes. I'm the facilities manager where I live, and
Oh my.
yeah, let's leave it at that.
Oh,
How
God.
many people called you over the storms this weekend?
What'd you say?
How many people called you over the storms this weekend?
You talking about the plumbing storm or something else?
Well, usually like leaks and things, when it storms this badly, someone's got something.
Well, James is not in Cleveland, So
Yeah,
we-
he's in New York. I know, but
Yeah.
didn't it go east from here?
We
Well,
didn't
yeah, but
Uh,
they weren't that serious here.
I'm going to say this was user related and not weather related.
Oh, God.
All right, let me get, yeah,
So
go ahead.
James and I will be kind of winging it tonight since we didn't get to.
You're
Right?
talking
That's
about
okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. Tonight is just sort of, again, to go over it, to make sure that we're clarifying everything, so that when you take your hiatus and you come back, you're prepared to rock and roll there. And one of the things that John mentioned too was, I think you mentioned it the other day, John, was that this is like a really perfect show for Christmas. So maybe we can make it, like a Christmas fundraiser for, and throw the word Christmas in, and all of a sudden maybe people want to give more. I don't know. What do I
That
know?
the whole
Whatever.
holy.
I
That
dig
sounds
it.
like a good idea though, right?
Yes, sounds great.
Book it as a Christmas spectacular.
extravaganza.
There we go. All
So
right.
Arj, where are you moving?
The 32nd floor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in the same building.
32nd floor. My God, what a
I know.
spectacular view, I believe.
Yes, it's going to be a spectacular view. We needed a 2-bedroom because my daughter needs to come and visit me and I don't have any place for her to stay. So we
Great.
had to
Same
do it.
building.
Yeah, the same building.
At
But
least
we
you don't have to
were
hire a
told,
U-Haul.
like last second, like, you've got to get out of here. So anyway,
All right. So guys, what do I want to, one thing I want you to think about on the break is, what slight difference can you make in each character, or slight little piece that would be a visual element that will determine each character, something small and subtle that will work on Zoom. I could go through it and think of things I'd rather have you do it because it's your
Definitely.
characters.
Yep.
And so, but I want you to try to find something to really distinguish yourselves as characters visually as well. It'll just help the audience along with it. I mean, the audience will obviously know that everybody's playing different ages by about the end of the second scene, when the little kids come to the table. I just think it will help everybody, and it might be fun for you too. It's just to find one little thing. I know this is irrelevant now, but on stage, one great element is shoes. I won't help you at all on Zoom, but that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. That it affects your movement, it affects your mood, affects everything. Like usually always wear my slippers when I'm working with you guys because I feel so comfortable in my feet. It's different things. Tennis shoes make you bounce, and different things. Hats, little ribbon, little different way you wear your hair, a headband for the
Glasses.
girls, glasses, no glasses. Yeah, that would be great.
Bill,
So,
I had an idea,
Okay.
which I have not run by James, but I thought maybe I could try doing, excuse me, the scene with the placemats, the Ellie Howard scene with with a Scottish accent. I don't know how you feel about that.
yeah, I don't. I really think that we could make maids and people who are out of the world of the WASP non-WASP, but I think people who are essentially in here, that this is basically a museum study of the people in the WASPs and different kind of WASPs that inherited these.
Well, wouldn't a Scot be a wasp? Some Scots are wasps.
Well, yeah, American WASPs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea, but I don't think you need it. Really.
Okay. Okay.
I really don't think you need it. I think you just need sort of a let me go out and burn the bra sort of. I mean, I think you have to think a little bit more about the period and how that would change your dedication to wanting to make the changes that you want to see happen in your life, that you're
Okay.
through with this other life.
That was just an idea.
Oh, no, and please bring them all up. But I really think that it would be contrary to what Mr. Gurney is trying to do. With
Okay. Yeah.
So I just think, yeah. Cindy, what do you think about, have you thought about possibly having a computer screen for us by the time?
Well, what I said when I got on here is I borrowed a laptop. I cannot figure out how to turn this thing on to see if it works with this, because I did get on it with a friend yesterday.
Oh, good. And did it work?
The picture was really not in focus too well, but their Wi-Fi sucks. So it could have been their Wi-Fi. I just can't figure out how to turn this thing on and get on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't, because it's a ThinkPad.
Cindy, I sent it to you something the other day. Did you get it or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, John called me, wanted to know if I wanted to sign for it. I'm like, okay, if I'm here. Fortunately, I have mail that says you have a package coming today, so I'll know to be at these places if it's accurate.
Otherwise, you have to go to the post office and pick it up if you're not
Yeah,
there.
well, that's not far, but I'd rather get it here.
I just
That's
left you for a
sweet, you
moment.
guys.
I was fooling around with my little screen there. My picture's backwards.
But you don't look backwards.
I feel backwards when I look at myself. Look, I'm touching the right side of my head, but on the picture, I guess it's all.
On our, what we see is that
Here's
you're
my
touching
right.
the right side of your head.
I'm touching my right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just look so bad that I can't stand it tonight. That's probably what it is. Quarantine is such an attractive state of mind. Oh God. You just don't feel like doing anything. And I saw the woman who cut my hair the other day. She went, "Where are you, Bill?" And I went, "I'm still scared. I'm just growing." Oh boy. Okay, so tonight we're going to try to get through the second act, clarify anything we need to clarify, and then go on from there. I think one of the things that would be really great, and if we get you on a computer by the next meeting, we can start playing with this, Cindy, a little bit.
I finally figured it out. The thing's turning on. So if this gets set up, I will try to switch over.
Yeah, but yeah, what would be great is if you did have a bottle of Fresca gin and vodka, right?
Right now I got the glass. I'm gonna get.
Yeah,
I have to get 2 bottles
Well, and
know
what,
three,
what,
don't I?
what we probably want to do is also find a simpler glass that might be a match for Mel.
This is what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Oh, we got the same kind of thing. I just have to get a clear one.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it would be cooler if, if they sort of not matched. I mean, that would be the coolest, but just look like they're from the same world.
Yeah, okay, so I'll send you a photograph of this one if you
Yeah.
can't really see it. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll look through my cabinet.
I'll look through. Good. And I was trying to think about Helen. I was trying to think about her. She's just so. I mean, I think Cindy will be able to find something just a little bit outrageous from the 70s. That's what you want to look for, Cindy, is something that look back on styles of the 70s and see if you can but something radical, something maybe a little ahead of its time, just inappropriate. And then obviously Mel, just the absolute everything,
Yeah.
just
I mean,
perfectly.
I was thinking of a shirt buttoned all the way up and maybe a little black bow
Tie
or
ribbon?
something. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something completely unhip.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And very
cool.
chaste. And
Yeah, so we get hip and unhip.
yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Let me just double check here. Let's see what color pencil I can use tonight. Okay, good. All right, any questions before we start? Again, I just want, if you do get a chance to see it, you're going to really love John's performance. Did you get to see the show last night, Vasily? Oh, you were the assistant, weren't you, Vasily?
I didn't know. If you guys had just sent the link, I would have watched it.
Yeah, I would have sent it but I assumed that because you guys were always in touch that they would do it, especially John, because
I'm sorry. First of all, this is always the problem with me. I do shows and I hardly ever take time to let people know that I'm doing them. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm all about the work, not promoting the work.
Yeah, me
Oh.
too.
Yeah. So we all understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
But please, if you can get a link for us to see it, we'd love to see it. Or if you're going to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I know we won't do it again, but yeah, I
No?
definitely think we might get a link. So,
Yeah, please.
okay.
Although I would love to do a stage version of this one day and really play that character.
Well, that's what that's what we sort of both learned. It's just, it really is. If it were to be done on stage, it would be, I would want to do it very Hitchcockian. You know what I mean? I would want really dark, hard shadows, and really, it's a political play, but it is more than in the bigger world. It's a mystery, because it's an unsolved mystery. At the end of the play, you still don't know what the fuck happened, which is which is my favorite kind of situation, because it really upsets people. Well, how did it end? I don't know.
It was on Broadway, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it. Well,
I think I saw it. No.
like I said,
Glenn Close played it, and there's a
Yes, I
movie of
saw
it with Sigourney Weaver and Ben Kingsley and
and
Richard
Gene Hackman.
I saw Glenn Close do it.
Oh, wow. Neat. She must have been really good, huh?
She was good.
Yeah. It's an intense play. Was it sort of a dark mystery too? You never knew what was going to happen?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be
Very-
great. Love
was-
to do it.
Was dark in kind and dark in the look.
Oh, good.
I just-
When you guys do see it, the one thing that I want you to notice is because of those backgrounds that John had, and also both the Johns in that, John Payne and John Sunnuto both had them. They both lived in the same world, and they both had those lamps that they could dim on and dim off, and you could see the dramatic power of what that does on screen. There's very little you can do dramatically on screen, but that really worked well. And you can also
I can't find a dimmer lamp that really dims. It has three,
I
it
thought
says
so-
it has three different settings, but we need one that really
somebody
dims.
said they
So-
saw it on Amazon, right? Didn't you
Well,
say
there's one
last-
on Amazon, but it's $103.
Oh, forget that.
Right.
Yeah.
So if anyone has a link to,
I will call a couple lighting designers that I know and see what they can tell me.
great.
We were searching. It was hard.
Yeah, we'll find something. Don't spend a lot of money. It shouldn't spend more than, 25 or $30 on it.
Yeah, I
mean,
thought 103 is a bit steep.
yeah, a little, that's a little steep. Yeah. But anyway, when you see it, you will see how effective both the John's World are and Ruth's World, the lead woman it's good, but it isn't as good. You'll see the difference. It's really neat. Okay.
I just want to quickly say, first of all, it was, everybody, Bill did a great job working with us and coaching us and did amazing work with us. So
Of course.
that was,
I
that
can
was
see it. It's,
wonderful.
yeah.
That's number one. And the other thing I just want to quickly say is, my suggestion, because I know you all love doing this as much as I do, and I just have to say that, with one hand, with all the stress that's going on in my life, I'm like, oh, why did I get involved with this play? I shouldn't have done it, And I have to say that when we got to Friday night and Saturday night, I really had the same feeling like when I'm performing in a theater. I had that same opening night jitters.
Great.
And I felt like, even though I wasn't leaving my house, I felt like I was going to the theater and getting ready for my show. And so,
Because you were.
For any of you who are missing doing that, like if you can get involved in a Zoom performance somewhere, you should do it, because it really feels really good. And it just felt like home again. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like such a sense of a reminder of, oh my God, I love doing this.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I did it,
That's
I was
nice.
talking to Ange because I wrote a little play, and it was
Which
playwright.
is very good, by the way. She's a
Well,
good writer.
it was playwright boot camp yesterday, and I had done some sound effects, not knowing if they were going to work, if anyone could hear them, was it going to work on Zoom? And I felt exactly that same thing, John, the excitement of and nervousness of, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I've never done sound cues. So I share that that feeling with
And
you.
even when we had the tech rehearsal, I'll just say this, I know we have to get going. When we had the tech rehearsal, I had the same sense, even because I was in my little office in this dark room because I had the light dim. And it felt like when you're backstage in the dim lights and you're waiting to go on and waiting to be called on for your cue, it just had the same feeling. It was amazing, amazing.
Except before you go on, you're not concentrating on what you're doing when you walk out. You're trying to remember when I press the button so they'll see me on the screen.
Exactly, with the sound cues. Oh my God.
That's the issue. So,
when?
and believe me, because of the experience that I've had with this, I'm going to try to, again, simplify this as much as we possibly can. So, so there, I hopefully you guys won't have that much difficulty in the tech stuff. There was some complicated tech stuff in Death and the Maiden,
Looks like it.
And the other problem with it is if you're running a sound cue and then a character talks, then because the way Zoom works, the sound cue disappears in the background.
You can
Alex
fix
got
that.
worked out though.
I know.
She
She worked it out. Yeah. And the really smart thing that you guys did was to actually put the Death and the Maiden recording on Ruth's tape recorder, so that the background music was coming from a different source and you could really control the balance. It worked so great. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have fun with this one too.
What's that?
I think it's Cindy trying to say something.
It's Cindy trying to figure out what the hell she's doing.
Oh, she's there.
Oh,
Woo!
We made it
Wow.
Wow.
on a laptop and blue.
Man, it's great to see all of you. It's great because normally I just see like this much,
Right.
See four of you. This is great. I look like a Martian though.
Yeah.
You look great.
Well, I know you got to work on your lighting, but that's good. It's so much better. So and that's what you need to make sure is that you've got light on your face.
Yeah, there's a lamp over me I have to get bulbs for.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good. And sometimes if the lamp is too bright, what I do, I have bounce. I'm using this light of mine is bouncing off a piece of yellow paper. If I put the light really on me, you can see what happens. But sometimes to get a really nice quality, you do what a lighting designer calls is bounce, meaning that you
How
don't
do you do
shine the
that,
light.
Bill?
Well, like if you wanted to light yourself in it, you would put a
Because I
sheet
mean-
of
Yeah.
like paper in, up in front of you, and then put the light behind you and it bounces off the paper and then hits you. So it's actually backlighting you, but it hits the paper and then
So where is the paper? Because I
the
would
paper
like
would
that
be somewhere in front of you, somewhere
in front of the
behind,
light.
somewhere behind the camera lens of your computer. somewhere
Ah,
behind the camera lens of your computer. Anyway, just an
Wanna-
idea.
I would like to do that.
Well, I don't think you'll need to if in fact we can find the right kind of dimming light. That's what we really want to go for.
Ah.
So we'll try to do that. Vasily, how are you? You haven't said a damn word tonight. What's going on with you?
Staying alive.
Getting ready to move. Everybody's moving. If it makes you feel any more confident, we just moved my sister-in-law who lived down the hall from us for 3 years. We just moved her to another place. And my mother-in-law's rented a place here and so she's moving up from Miami for a couple of months to her place next week. So like you say, everybody's moving.
Oh,
And it's lucky because there are 16,000 available rental units in New York City right now.
ooh,
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's why, just hang on to it. Those rents are going to keep going down. I'm counting on that because,
come on, Cindy, move to New York.
yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's start. We're going to do Act 2, Scene 1. And this will be in the blackout and go.
Hang on 1 second.
Yep.
I gotta find that
Can
too.
somebody be on book for me, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Turn my
I'll
glasses.
close this up.
We got markers. Where the hell was that 2 start? Got it. All right.
46.
So I'm not actually here at this moment.
Oh, that's right. I'm not either.
Okay. Well, actually, don't worry about that, kids.
Oh, you just
I'm
want
back. So like what's going to happen is when the placard comes up, it'll say the dining room, Act 2, Helen and Sarah, sneak in, or something like that. It'll have some little comment about it. And then in the blackout, it'll be, Mom, anybody home? Then both of your things will pop up and you'll go, see, I told you, blah, blah, blah.
so we're not gonna have to go in and out unless we're in the middle of a scene.
Yeah, unless you're in the middle of the scene. If somebody says where are you going, then all you do is just kind of do this, and then while I'm going over it,
Yeah.
we'll make it up as we
Okay.
go along. Okay. All right, you two naughty little kids.
I'm
Let's
not
have-
naughty.
You are.
I'm not.
I just want you to know straight out, Helen, that you are being really bad here.
Am
You
I?
are breaking
Am I?
all kinds
Am
of borders. Yes.
Am
And you are the kind of girl who always gets caught. Always she gets caught. Whenever
Me?
she brings, yeah, you.
I
Yeah,
don't
you.
want to get caught.
Yeah, okay. I don't want you to either. But here we go. And
Okay. Mom! Anybody home? See, I told you, she's not here.
Where is she?
Oh, she works at a boutique 4 days a week, and my father's away on business in Atlanta or Denver somewhere. And anyway, I'll show you where they keep the liquor.
Okay. Wow, neato.
No, my mom's always there when I get home.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mom's always there when I get home, always.
Bummer.
And if she isn't, my grandmother comes in.
Liquor's in the pantry.
Hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's the dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
What you want, gin or vodka?
You decide.
Well, it's more gin, so it's less likely they'll notice.
Gin then.
Yeah, well, the reason there's more gin is because I put water in it last week.
Okay, vodka then.
I'll tell you what, we'll mix in a little of both.
Wow, do you use this room?
Oh, sure.
Special occasions, huh? When when relations come to visit?
Every night.
Every night?
Well, at least every night when they're home.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Whenever they're home, my father insists we all have to eat in the dining room at 7 o'clock. And here, gin, vodka, and Fresca. Boys are bringing the pot.
It must be really nice eating in here.
Oh, yeah, sure, you bet. We have to lug things out and lug things back. And everybody can't begin till everything's cold. And we're supposed to carry on a decent conversation. And everyone has to finish before anyone can get up. And it sucks, if you want to know. It sucks out loud.
We eat in the kitchen.
Can you watch TV while you eat?
Oh, we used to, but we can't anymore because my mother read in Family
We
Magazine.
used to watch the local news. and
We used to. We used to, but we can't. We used to. We used to watch the local news and the weather,
That's something. At least you don't have to talk.
but we can't anymore because my mother read in Family Circle that TV is bad at meals, and so now we turn on the stereo and we listen to semi-classical music.
Now, my parents said they tried eating in the kitchen when I went away to boarding school, but when I got kicked out, they moved back in here. Supposed to bring me some kind of stability.
Do you think it does?
Oh, it just makes me nervous. I mean, they take the phone off the hook so no one can call, and my brother gets it cheap at his homework. And when my sister had anorexia, she had to sit and watch, for God's sakes. And my parents spend most of the time bitching, and the whole thing bites, Helen. It really bites. Bites the big one. You want another?
No, thanks.
I do. You call the boys. Tell them it's all clear.
Okay. Sarah,
What?
when the boys come, can we have our drinks in here?
In the dining room?
I mean, wouldn't it be cool? Sitting around this shiny table with Dwayne and Eddie drinking our gin, Fresca, and vodka?
Oh, absolutely. No way. No. What, in here? I get all uptight in here. Now, come on. Let's call them. Jesus, Helen, having boys in the dining room. You really are a wimp sometimes.
Yeah, Helen. Okay, here we go. Good. Couple of good things. But you know, in the very first thing, Cindy, when you go mom, question mark, you gotta hang and listen for an answer. So it's not mom, it's mom. Mom. See, I told you she was. It's two, you know, it's a 2 degree. It's checking your own work, so to speak. You sort of got to wait for a response because, well, that's what I remember anyway. Good. So Cindy, on probably the same or the next page, you have a line that says, "Which do you want, gin or vodka?"
Yeah.
You need to hold those. Which do you want, gin or vodka? Well, there's a little more gin than vodka, you know. Then you're right there, but those things need to be held up.
The bottles.
Probably don't need to have to see the glass yet, but I need to see the bottles.
The big ones or the little ones you can get on a plane?
And no, it would be better if you could have a regular size gin and vodka bottle. I mean, if it was a pint, that would be okay, but it can't be a tiny airplane bottle. A pint or a quart would be better, but not an airplane thing. Otherwise, that's a whole different ball of wax.
They're downstairs gathering dust. I'm sure they're in there.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and I'm sure you could go to any bar that you go by that might be open in Cleveland and say, "Listen, in the next couple of weeks, I need an empty gin bottle," or something like that. So it'd be great. Helen, a little further down from that, you say, "Do you use this room?" Right? You have that line.
Yep.
Tell you what, we'll mix a little of both. You know what's cool, Cindy, is you're so focused on the alcohol that you're not really sort of hearing her. You know what I mean? And I like that aspect that you're sort of in your liquor world and she's in the dining room world, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay, so it says we'll make the okay. I want you to try to get to "Do you use this room" just a little bit quicker.
Yes, I was searching for the line. Sorry.
Oh, good. You hate it when I get that, don't you? Helen, also remember that you need that is really important because it's your reaction to probably the first time you've ever tasted alcohol in your life. And on top of that, it's a mixture of gin, vodka, and Fresca. The best of us would have a hard time saying I don't know what that is, but, and then, hey, it must be nice eating, and it's like getting through it. You know what I'm saying is pretending that you like it and then changing the subject as quick as you can. And I think that's obviously what she's about in that little moment.
Okay.
Cindy, when you get to this section, see where it says slouching in the chair? It's right after, must be nice eating in here. See where it says that? It's right before the line. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. You bet. We have to lug things out.
Yeah, I didn't see that before. Okay.
Right. So what you can do is what I would love to be able to do is you'll be able to sit back and maybe even slide back a little further from the thing. You go, oh yeah. And then we have the glass up in your mouth and you're talking and you're drinking and you're talking and you're drinking. Yeah. And that'll work great when we get light in your face as opposed to light behind you. So that'll be great. Yeah.
I'm behind my name with where I'm looking. Can you
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah. I mean, even to the point where if, like I'm actually putting my foot up on my desk because it just makes me feel that way. So I want you to try to, with your camera, find some outrageous sort of, I don't give a fuck position and try to find that and then make me see watch you drinking during there. That, right? We don't have to solve that tonight, but I want you to think about it.
Sure.
Semi-classic, yeah. Helen, a little further down from the, about a half a page down or 8 lines down, you say, but now, so now we turn on the stereo and listen to semi-classical music. What's Helen's point of view about that?
You wanted her to be enthusiastic, so she's
enthusiastic about. Did I
That's-
say that?
Yes, you did.
But now
I had made her not enthusiastic, and you said be enthusiastic.
Well, I think you're probably right. I want to take it back.
Okay.
Okay. Helen also says, do you think it does? And Sarah, you're at shit. No. I mean, let that sit. Shit. No. It just makes me nervous. As opposed to shit. No, it just just make sure you play the punctuation there. I like what you're doing rhythmically with her. You're absolutely right rhythmically with her, but that little point, because it's shit, no, exclamation point, period. You need to let that moment hold for a little longer.
2 sentences.
Yeah.
Shit, no. Makes me-
And Sarah, at the very end, your very last speech, when you say no way, period. You got to be in charge. You got to be totally in charge. You're not going to listen to any suggestion that Helen comes up with. It's really no fucking way. I'm in charge. I'm in the boss. You come with me, right? There's just no fucking in there, as we all know.
That's after she comes back. No
Yeah.
way. Absolutely no way.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, let's do this one more time, and then we're going to go directly into Kate and Gordon. Okay?
Yep.
Here we go.
Mom! Mom! Anybody home? See, I told you, she's not here.
Where is she?
Oh, she works at a boutique 4 days a week, and my dad's way in business in Atlanta or Denver somewhere.
My mom's always there when I get home, always.
Bummer.
And if she isn't, my grandmother comes in.
Well, the liquor's in the pantry.
Okay. Wow, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Okay, which do you want? Gin or vodka?
Oh, you decide.
Well, there's more gin, so it's less likely they'll know.
Gin then.
Yeah, but the reason there's more is because I put water in it last week.
Vodka then.
Okay, I tell you what, we'll mix in a little of both.
Okay. Do you use this room? Do you, is that the right line?
Yes, it is.
Do you use this room?
Oh, sure.
On special occasions, huh? When the relatives come to visit?
Every night.
Every night?
Well, at least every night they're both home.
Whoa, really?
Oh, sure. I mean, whenever they're home, my father insists that we all have to eat in the dining room at 7 o'clock. Here, gin, vodka, and Fresca. The boys are bringing the pot.
It must be nice eating in here.
Oh, yeah, sure, you bet. But to lug everything out, lug everything back, and then nobody can begin till everything's cold, and we're supposed to carry on a decent conversation, and everyone has to finish before anyone can get up, and it sucks if you want to know. It sucks out loud.
We eat in the kitchen.
Can you watch TV when you eat?
We used to. We used to watch the local news and weather.
Well, that's something. At least you don't have to talk.
Yeah, but now we can't do it anymore because my mother read in Family Circle that TV at meals is bad. And so now we have to listen. We turn on the stereo and we listen to semi-classical music.
You know, my parents said they tried eating in here when I went to boarding school. But when I got thrown out, they came back in here. It's supposed to give you some sense of stability.
Do you think it does?
Oh, shit, no. It just makes me nervous. I mean, they take the telephone off the hook so nobody can talk. And my brother gets itchy about his homework, and my sister had anorexia. She had to sit here and watch, for God's sakes. And my father, parents are most of the time bitching, and the whole thing bites, Helen. Bites the big one. You want another?
No, thanks.
I do. You call the boys. Tell them it's all clear.
Okay. Sarah,
What?
when the boys come, do you think we can have our drinks in here?
In the dining room?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be cool? Sitting around this shiny table with Dwayne and Eddie having our gin fresca and vodka?
No, no way. Absolutely no way. In here, I get all uptight in here. Now, come on, let's call them. Having boys in the dining room, Casey, telling you really are a wimp sometimes.
And we're out. Go.
I'm in here, Gordon. I made tea.
Tea? Why tea?
Tea because I like it. I love it. Would you want a drink?
Oh, no, thanks.
Well, then it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm all over that. They even have it in the house, and I never touch it.
No, thanks, Kate.
And have tea. It's very good. It's Earl Grey.
All right.
Thanks.
Tea in the dining room.
Where else? Or should we huddle guiltily over the kitchen table?
No.
Then tea in the dining room. What would you like? Lemon or milk?
Whatever.
Gordon,
Milk then, no sugar.
then milk it is. Sit down, for heaven's sakes.
I thought I heard a sound.
What? Really? What kind of sound did you hear? A distant lawnmower? A faulty burglar alarm?
I thought I heard a car.
What? A car in this godforsaken street? Should we rush to the window, cheer, wave flags?
Go easy, Kate.
Well, I doubt very much that you heard a car.
It stopped.
The sound?
The car stopped.
All right, Gordon, you heard a car stop, but it isn't Ed's car, is it? Because as both you and I know, Ed is in Amsterdam or Rotterdam, or who gives a damn? Sit down, please. Let's have tea, for heaven's sakes. Now, when can we meet again?
I heard a car door slam.
Really? That's because cars have doors, and when people get frustrated, they feel like slamming them.
I'm going.
Oh, I see how it is. A quick tumble with the bored wife of your best friend.
Someone's at the door.
No,
Yes, yes, someone with a key.
then you've got to stay.
Mom,
Oh, Lord help us.
I'm home, Mom.
You've got to have tea.
Mom?
We're in the dining room, darling. Darling, how did you get here?
They took a cab from the bus station.
Oh, you look marvelous. A lot taller. Say hello to Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris. Welcome home.
Hi.
What is this? Is this what they teach you at Deerfield? Not to shake hands, not to call people by name?
Hello, Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris.
So what brings you here, dear? I was expecting you Saturday.
I got honors.
Honors?
You get 2 days early if you get an over 85 average.
But then you should have telephoned.
I wanted to surprise you.
I ought to go.
Oh, nonsense. Have some more tea. Would have some tea, Chris. I was taking a nap and Gordon stopped by and we thought we'd have tea. Have some tea, darling. Or a Coke. Have a Coke. Or shall I get you a beer? Should I get you a beer for a big boy who gets honors?
No, thanks.
I'd really better go.
You don't want any more tea?
But can't, sorry.
All right then. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye, Chris.
Bye.
He wanted to talk to me about stocks. I inherited some stocks and that he thinks I should sell. And so he stopped by and
Where's Dad?
in Europe, as I think I wrote you, he'll be home Tuesday.
Mom.
What does that mean? Oh, Mom, pray tell. I want to know what that means, Christopher. I happen to be having tea. It's a very old custom. Your grandmother used to have tea every day at the same dining room and the same china all the time. All sorts of people would stop by. It's a lovely custom. I would come home from school and there she'd be serving tea. It's a lovely old custom, darling. Where are you going? I asked you a question. You just don't walk away. Well, I am your mother, Christopher. You just don't walk away. I am asking you a question. I am your mother, and the least you can do is. Oh, God.
Good. All right. Let's stop and talk about that. Good. All righty.
I got thrown when you came in, Cindy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I
I'm
got
not going anywhere else, so.
That's okay.
She's the gossipy neighbor. Didn't you know that?
right.
Gladys from Bewitched.
All right. So, Kate, your very first line, I want a stronger point of view.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
and your point of view is what? Remember, you've just had sex. You've come downstairs. You've been down here before. You've been waiting for him. You thought he was going to be right behind you. He hasn't been. He's been, and you hear him want, these old Victorian houses have all these little hallways, and he's sort of looking for you downstairs. So you sort of hear him
Like, what
downstairs.
the fuck? Just come downstairs.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm in here, Gordon.
talk to me. Talk to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, right. Okay. So that you launch the scene with a really strong,
Okay.
and then try to hang on to that because
Okay.
that's actually the truth. And let's see where that takes you.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
You guys see that article I sent about when you don't know what to do, have tea?
Right. Yeah, it's good.
Go ahead. Don't worry about it. I'm over that. Yeah, I would even, your little go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'm all over that.
Yeah.
Overcompensate for that.
Right.
Like any good alcoholic.
Yeah. Can someone be on book for me? Because that. Okay. Thank you. I'll just call a line unless I go totally off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John, try to base next time we run through it, try to base everything, especially in the very beginning of the scene, but really almost all the way through the scene, of fast pickups. because you're in a hurry. I mean, that's just all I want you to do is want to get the fuck out of there. Okay. And see where that takes us. Even the line where you have in the tea, would you like that? Lemon or milk, whatever. It does, it's like, I just want to go. Whatever, I just want to go. I don't want any details. Kate,
Yes,
you have a line. Oh, really? What sound did you hear? Just
Yeah.
one, right?
right.
Make the, oh, really? And what sound did you hear?
Okay.
Just
Oh, all right.
lawnmower, and
Jesus.
yeah, so that you play each one of those phrases and it gives you an idea, and you're making fun of him, right? And it continues. He goes, I thought I heard a car. What? A car on this godforsaken street? It's just making fun of him all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because he just looks like he wants to wet his pants and leave, which is pretty much the truth. JS, you gotta line the car. That he says it stopped. The sound.
Yeah.
Make sure that you put the period. The car stopped. In other words, make sure you separate that. Those are a little too quick together for me.
Okay.
Kate, I see how it is quickly. Tumble board. Got that. Oh yeah, keep listening. Yeah, and John, then from that point on, your new thing is not getting out of here. It's listening to what's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that becomes your motif, and see where that takes you. Okay. What are they gonna, darling? Yeah. The start of your scene when Chris comes home, right, Anj? Just a little bit more, darling. Wow. Hey. A little over the top, right?
Yep.
And the minute you walk in on the two of them, James, right? You know it. You know what the situation is.
Okay. Okay.
Right? I took a
Gotcha.
cab from the bus station. Yeah. What's he doing here? They should almost have that. What's he doing here behind the first initial lines?
All right.
Right. And he goes, hey, Chris, welcome home. Hi. What are you doing here? That's really what you're saying in your head, right?
Right.
And so really put that in there. What I'm saying to you guys is always, if you can lay in this subliminal thought, it really helps you when you have an exterior thought. So, Kate, but what brings you home? Pick this up as quick. Hi, Chris. But what brings you home, my love? Pick that B right on top of that, because the hi, Chris is not such a great moment anyway, right? Kate, a couple lines after that, you have nonsense. Have more tea. Chris, would you like more tea? I was taking each one of those is separated by a.
Yeah, I was fighting the lines. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. And then it comes to your big bribe line, or shall I get you a beer? Now, you never offered him a beer
No,
in his
this is the first
entire
time. Yep.
life, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Never even a sip of the beer, right? And the reason he might like it is because whenever he's home and your husband's drinking a beer and your husband happens to be home, he always goes, Dad, can I have a sip? That's
Right.
sort of that's so of that era.
Right.
That's how I started drinking. My first drink was a sip of a Tom Collins.
Wow.
It was like lemonade. I was like, I was going to be an alcoholic. It was so good. And Kate, make this easy. So when Chris says, "Where's Dad?" He's in Europe, darling. As I think I wrote
Right.
you. It's like that's an easy answer for you. Great. The rest of it goes pretty well there. I like it. Good. I want to, this time I want to go back one more time. I want to go back to the very first scene, if I can, with Sarah and Helen, because I want to try one thing with Mel.
Yeah.
I want you to do this scene one more time, Mel, and I want you to take some of your personality that you're putting into Helen out of it. I want you to make her a little duller. You know what I mean? Not ignorant, but duller. Like this girl that she's with is like the ultimate over expressioner. You know what I mean? Everything's a drama, everything's there. And there's just this little sense of more of the math major with you. You know what I mean? Just a little, I feel like she's cute, and I don't want her to be cute.
Okay.
I want her to be just a little dull.
Okay.
Like, this is really the wrong environment for this person. Okay, let's try. We're gonna go now from the beginning all the way through to what we just did, and then we'll get to Aunt Harriet and Tony. Here we go.
Mom! Mom! Anybody here?
Lights up.
See, I told you she's not here.
Where is she?
Oh, she works 4 days a week at a boutique, and my father's away in business in Atlanta or Denver or somewhere. Come on, I'll show you where to keep the liquor.
Okay. Do you use this room?
My mom's always there when I go home.
Sorry. Cindy, can you give me that line one more time?
Sure, let's go back again. Let's go back
Right.
again. And Sarah, when you say she works, it's not she works at a boutique. It's she works. Where's your mom? She works at a boutique 4 days a week. And my father's away in business. It's a series of things, not right. The rhythm is correct, but make sure you get those little periods in there. It makes a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps us understand you clearer because we understand automatically by what you're doing what kind of person you are. You don't need to go any further with that. I know instantly who you are. All right, here we go. And one of the things I want you to think about in this is a really outrageous something with all that outrageously long hair that you have. I want to see what you can do with it to just really sort of punk her up a little bit because it's the opening of the act, you know. And then we go from there to a very, you know, even if you had a little tiny bob of a wig to put over it would be a great contrast opening this with that and then going to a little bob. Anyway, okay, here we go. Mom.
Mom! Anybody home?
Lights up.
See, I told you, she isn't here.
Where is she?
She works at a boutique 4 days a week. My father's away on business in Atlanta, Denver, somewhere. Anyway, come on, I'll show you where to keep the liquor.
My mom's always there when I get home, always.
Bummer.
And if she isn't, my grandmother comes in.
Mom, the liquor's in the pantry.
Okay. Oh, hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Which do you want? Gin or vodka?
Oh, you choose.
Well, there's more gin, so it's less likely they'll notice.
So here's the thing. Good, it's coming along, right? So then when she says, which do you want, gin or vodka? Right, you don't know the answer, so it's you decide. You know, it's like immediately putting it over to the pro, right? Because you don't have the equipment to do that. Let's pick it up from hey Nito. Let's go from there.
Oh, hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Hey, which do you want? Gin or vodka?
You decide.
Well, there's more gin, so it's less likely they'll notice.
Gin then.
You know, the reason there's more gin is because I put water in it last week.
Vodka then?
I'll tell you what, we'll mix in a little of both.
Okay. Do you use this room?
Okay, good. Now I want to go back to the beginning one more time because I got one more thing I want to add, one more level for you that's going to make you feel more conscious about this. Is I want you to be a dull girl. That's who you are. You know, you're the intellectual dull girl doing something she shouldn't do. So that, right? So there's this, so in the dullness, there's this just little sense of danger that this is wrong with everything. Oh, okay. I want to see if we add that to it. Okay, so let's go from, see, I told you she isn't here. Right from there. Here we go.
See, I told you, she isn't here.
My mom's there.
No, it's where is she?
Sorry, where is she? Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
One more
I'm
time, Cindy. One more
Yep.
time.
Sure. See, I told you, she isn't here.
Where is she?
She works at a boutique 4 days a week. My
Mhm.
father's away in business in Atlanta or Denver, somewhere. Come on, I'll show you where to keep the liquor.
My mom's always there when I get home, always.
Bummer.
And if she isn't, my grandmother comes in.
Liquor's in the pantry.
Okay. Oh, hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Good. Now
Yeah.
take it from, oh, hey, Nito. Remember, she's in the other room. You're doing great. Keep
Okay.
with this, but you gotta bump
Yeah,
your
I'm never
voice.
quite sure when she's there and when she's not.
Well, you will be when, when she blacks in and out. So that'll be really easy. But
Okay.
she goes, it says right there. So it goes to the dining room. Helen stays in the dining
But
room.
I'm not reading the book, sir.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, hey, Nito, let's
Oh, hey,
go.
neato, right?
Yeah, but you're yelling to her in the other room.
Yeah,
Here we go.
okay.
I leave when I say the liquor's in the pantry.
Correct. And you don't actually have to leave. We'll black you out, honey.
I'm just gonna.
Well, you don't have, yeah, just so you know. Okay. Let's go from, oh, hey, Nito.
Oh, hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Hey, what you want? Gin or vodka?
You decide.
Good. Go back to the same play. Oh, hey, Nito. Do that. Double the volume like you're talking to her in another
Oh,
room.
yes.
Okay. That's okay. It's
Yes.
okay. We're here to
Okay.
play. Okay. Go.
Okay. Oh, hey, neato.
What?
This room.
Oh, that's our dining room.
I know, but it's viciously nice.
Hey, which you want? Gin or vodka?
Oh, you decide.
Well, there's more gin, so it's less likely they'll notice.
Gin then.
Yeah, but the reason there's more is because I had water last week.
Vodka then.
Tell you what, we'll mix in a little of both.
Okay. Do you use this room?
Oh, sure.
Special occasions, huh? When the relatives come?
See, now here's another case where you're yelling off. And that dynamic of you yelling off really works for her. Really works well for you too, Mel.
Okay.
Let's go. So tell you what, we'll do mix a little of both. She goes again. Okay. Do you use this room? Right. It has that sense of yelling off. It's great. And here we go. Tell you what, we'll mix a little of both. Go from there.
Fine, what? We'll mix in a little of both.
Okay. Do you use this room?
Sure.
Special occasions, huh? When the relatives come?
Every night.
Every night?
At least every night. They're both home.
Really?
She comes back in the room.
Oh, sure. Whenever they're home, my father insists we have to eat in the dining room at 7 o'clock. Here, gin, vodka, and fresca.
Oh.
Boys are bringing the pot. Oh,
Mm.
no.
It must be really nice to eat in here.
Good. Can we take a little sip of that drink for me, Mel? Good. Take a little sip of that drink and but no, don't indicate that you hate it.
I'm
But
not
hate
going
it.
to. I just had a sip and I don't like it, so I'll take another sip. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but what I want you to do is that's a real, when you take that sip and you put it, when you take that sip and you put it in your mouth. You know what I mean? You can't show, what I want to see is you fighting the showing it. That's what, and then coming up with that. All right, here we go. And so let's go from, oh, sure, whenever they're home, my father insists.
Oh, sure. Whenever they're home, my father insists we all eat in the dining room at 7 o'clock.
Really?
Gin, vodka, and fresca. Boys are bringing the pot.
Mm. It must be nice eating in here.
Oh, sure, you bet.
Hmm.
They had to lug things out and lug things back. Nobody can begin until everything's told, and we're supposed to carry on a decent conversation, and everyone has to finish before anyone can get up, and it sucks. If you want to know, it sucks out loud.
We eat in the kitchen.
Can you watch TV when you eat?
Well, we used to. We used to listen to the local news and weather.
Well, that's something. At least you don't have to talk.
But now we can't anymore because my mother read in family circle that eating at meals is bad. That TV at meals is bad. We could eat at meals, but TV and meals is bad. So now we turn on the radio, the stereo, and listen to classical, semi-classical music.
Well, my parents said they tried eating in the kitchen when I went to boarding school. But when I got kicked out, they moved back in here. It's supposed to bring me some sense of stability.
Do you think it does?
Oh, shit, no. And it just makes me nervous. They take the phone off the hook so no one can call. And then my brother gets itchy about his homework. And when my sister had anorexia, she had a watch, for God's sake. And my parents spend most of the meal bitching, and it really bites. It bites the big one. You want another?
No, thanks.
I do. You call the boys and tell them it's all clear.
Okay. Sarah,
What?
when the boys come over, you think we can have our drinks in here?
In the dining room?
I mean, wouldn't it be cool? Sitting around this shiny table with Dwayne and Eddie, having our gin fresca and vodka?
No way. Absolutely no way. I get all uptight in here. Come on, let's call them. Having boys in the dining room. Jesus, Helen, you really are a wimp sometimes.
And out, new placard in, new scene in.
I'm in here, Gordon. I've made tea.
Tea?
Tea,
Why tea?
because I like it. I love it. Oh, would you rather have a drink?
No, thanks.
Go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'm all over that. They even have it in the house and I never touch it.
No, thanks, Kate.
Then have tea. It's very good. It's Earl Grey.
All right.
Thanks.
I ought to be getting back. That's your line.
No,
No,
It isn't?
I say all right first.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Can you go back to go ahead? Don't worry about me. I'm all over that.
Yep.
Go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'm all over that. They even have it in the house and I never touch it.
No, thanks, Kate.
Then have tea. It's very good. It's Earl Grey.
I ought to be getting back.
Gordon, please have tea.
All right.
Thank you.
Tea in the dining room.
Where else?
I want to go back. Because I want that tea in the dining room. Same thing. Tea in the dining. Even right after she says, you go, all right, thank you. Tea in the dining room. Right. You know, that all goes into getting out of here early. Like, like this is so stupid. Keep that rolling, John.
Okay.
All right. Here, let's go from no thanks, Kate. Actually, from go ahead. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Make a bigger deal out of it. Again, everybody knows you're an alcoholic.
Go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'm all over that. They even have it in the house and I never touch it.
No, thanks, Kate.
Then have tea. It's very good. It's Earl Grey.
I ought to be getting back.
Gordon, please have tea.
All right.
Thank you.
Tea in the dining room.
Where else? Oh, should we huddle guiltily over the kitchen table?
No,
Then tea in the dining room. What would you like? Lemon or milk?
whatever.
Gordon,
Milk then, no sugar.
milk it is. For heaven's sakes, would you sit down?
I thought I heard a sound.
Really? And what sound did you hear? A line,
a distant lawnmower.
a distant lawnmower, a faulty burglar?
I thought I heard a car.
What? A car on this godforsaken street. Should we rush to the window, cheer, wave flags?
Go easy, Kate.
Well, I doubt very much that you heard a car.
It stopped.
The sound?
The car stopped.
All right, Gordon, you heard a car stop, but it isn't Ed's car, is it? Because as you and I both know, Ed is in Amsterdam or Rotterdam or who gives a damn until next Tuesday. Now sit down, please. Let's have tea, for heaven's sakes. Now, when shall we meet again?
I thought I heard a car door slam.
Really? That's because cars have doors, and when people feel really frustrated, they feel like slamming them.
I'm going.
Oh, I see how this is. A quick tumble with the wife of your best friend.
Someone's at the front door.
No,
Yes, someone with a key.
now you've got to stay.
Mom?
Oh, for God's sakes.
Oh, Mom.
Now you've got to have tea.
Mom?
We're in the dining room, darling.
Oh, shit.
Oh, darling. How did you get here?
Took a cab from the bus station.
Well, you look marvelous, taller than ever. Oh, say hello to Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris. Welcome home.
Hi.
What's this? This is what they teach you at Deerfield, not to shake hands, not to call people by name.
Hello, Uncle Gordon.
Hi, Chris.
What brings you here, darling? I expected you Saturday.
I got honors.
Honors?
You get 2 days early if you're getting over 85 average.
Oh, but then you should have telephoned.
I wanted to surprise you.
I ought to go.
Oh, nonsense. Have more tea. Chris, would you like some tea? I was taking a nap and Gordon stopped by and we thought we'd have tea. Have some tea. Oh, or a Coke. Have a Coke. Or shall I get you a beer? How about a beer for a big boy who gets honors?
No, thanks.
I'd really better go.
You don't want to have more tea?
Can't, sorry.
All right. Then goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Chris.
Bye.
He wanted to talk to me about stocks. I inherited some stocks and he wanted me to sell them. And so he stopped by and
Where's Dad?
in Europe, as I thought I wrote you. He'll be home Tuesday.
Oh, Mom.
What does that mean, pray tell, oh, Mom? I'd like to know, Christopher, what that means. I happen to be having tea. It's a very old custom. Your grandmother used to have tea at this very table with the same china all the time. All sorts of people would stop by. I'd come home from school and there she'd be serving tea. It's a lovely old custom, darling. Where are you going? I'm talking to you. Christopher, I am talking to you. I am your mother and
I like that. I think that'll be a great way to end that scene.
Okay.
That's great.
I couldn't remember my lines.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you know,
Don't just walk away. I asked you a question. Where are you going?
Okay.
yeah. So one of the things is don't be afraid to try to take your motherly authoritative position on. And what does that mean, pray tell? Oh, Mom.
Okay.
I'll have you know, I mean, that's part of what she's trying to do to cover her tracks. But
Right,
really try to
okay.
take your authority there. Don't take that shit from him.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, that's coming along nice. What else did I have here? Same thing, Kate. And we thought we'd have tea. Have some tea, dear. That was great. You did that great. Or a Coke. Have a Coke. Oh, shouldn't I get you? I mean, that was great. Separating those really works great. Really works well for you. Chris, what's your first line when you come in?
When I come in, I mean, like,
I-
Mom, I'm home,
Yeah.
Mom. Then I light up my
Then it's-
screen.
But then she says, darling, how'd you get here? What the fuck are you doing here? And you know right away. So
Oh, that line. I took a cab from the bus station.
yeah, I took a cab from the bus station, right? Okay. Like there's a sense of suspicion immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, as you start taking in the information that you see.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
great. That's great. Good. Good. And John, that was great. The hurry beat worked really well. Goes all the way through. Says, "What would you like, lemon or milk?" You go, "Whatever." Gordon, milk then, no sugar. In other words, you keep that going too. And then the very next thing is hearing the car. So it's sort of simple for you. It's like, I want to get out of here because I feel really uncomfortable here. And then it's like, holy shit, I knew it. I know it. We're going to get caught. And that's why those little feelers go up. Okay. All right. Good work, you guys. And Mel,
Thank you, John.
I think the adjustment that you're starting to make with Helen is going to work. There's one more thing I want to throw at you is
Okay.
overly serious.
Okay.
She's overly serious.
Okay.
Can't help it.
Mean Helen?
Yeah, Helen is an overly serious young woman. Everything is just like, and now because you're in this sort of very dangerous position of with this punk from your class, going, and normally you'd go straight home from school, and your mom's going to ask you, where have you been? And that's, I think overly serious is another little level you can add to her.
Well, in your opinion, why do you think she is there?
Well, I don't know. What I'm doing here is I'm playing with the personality of
Right.
of Helen, right?
I mean, I had an idea, and I think it would still fit.
Sure.
So we have Dwayne and Eddie,
Yeah.
and one of them, let's say Eddie, is has been noticing me in class. Maybe he hasn't really, but she thinks, and so she is hoping, that maybe that can be a thing going, because she's never had a thing with anyone.
I love that idea. I love the idea of just having an interaction with a boy, which is what made you do this really
Right.
stupid,
Would that
dangerous thing.
work? Even though, yeah.
Yeah.
You were helping him with his homework.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah.
certainly would like to, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
And I think you said you liked one of them and I liked the other, and I don't remember.
Right.
who you said. Yeah.
One of them was a friend of your brother's, I think, or
Okay.
something like that. Because Cindy and I had talked about this.
That's good. Okay. But does overly serious make a little sense to you, that everything is just,
Yes.
carries
I
a
mean,
little,
I see
carries
her
a
as
little extra weight. And I think, remember that's George Burns's definition of comedy. It's comedy and drama are just the same. Comedy's just a little more serious. And that's what I would like her to do, is just be a little more serious about the situation,
Yeah.
because then you have the ultimate contrast in the person in
Yes.
Cindy's character, who is just not concerned
Would be the
whatever happens.
foil, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
this girl knows mathematics. That's really all she knows.
yeah. That's it. That's
And
it.
accounting.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
got there yet. I'm too young.
Okay.
Mel
cool.
can't
So-
do boring.
Let's see. Kate and
Impossible.
Gordon, do I have anything else? Did you hear this? Good. The making fun of Gordon worked really well for you.
God, I hate that moment.
Really?
What's
Why?
the moment?
When
Well,
she's
she
making
was-
fun of you?
Oh God! What? Should we wave flags? I'm like, I just fucked you. You jumping? You're insulting me now? Jesus Christ! What kind
Well,
of
get your
bullshit?
act together.
What kind of fucking bullshit is that?
Well,
Oh, you think
she's-
you were that good, Gordon?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know what she's really reacting to is it doesn't seem like you enjoyed it.
Right.
She's reacting to the fact that there's no bliss after the thing. It's like, okay, and he probably just rolled right out of bed, and actually she'll take that because it's better than what she's getting right now. So let's do it again. But
Yeah.
you didn't really enjoy it.
I'm sorry, John.
Gordon quickly puts on. Now you've got to stay. Now you've got to stay. Yeah, I just want you to know that there was in this little section. Now you've got to stay. This is when Chris comes home, guys. It was just a little choppy. There was some cue pickups in there.
Well, we had talked about Gordon and I about when he says I heard someone with the key. I think I do have to like pause there for a second, right? To hear maybe that door open.
You know what I think this would be a good solution, James. How about this? You see where we are in the script, right?
Mm.
Gordon's line is yes, someone with a key,
Yep.
right? Because we can't hear the key, we can't do the sound effect. Let's put a mom in there from Chris.
Okay, so an extra one?
Yeah, an extra mom. So to go, yes, someone with the key, and then to go, mom, now you've got to stay, right? I
That's
think
great.
that'll help launch that a little
Yeah.
better, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so after she says someone's got a key, mom, then now you
Yeah.
gotta stay.
Yeah,
Got
and the first thing would be just opening the going, mom, like she'd be close rather
Right.
than yelling,
it.
right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the second one, I'm home, mom. Where are you in the house? Is what you're really saying with that.
Right. Oh, okay, right. I'm with you.
Okay, I know you are. Thank you. What else? Yeah, I got the bribe. All that good. Okay, good. Let's go to Aunt Harriet. You guys have any more questions? I think we did some good work in there, and you guys just start thinking about that, and we'll come back with those decisions.
Okay, great.
Are you ready, Aunt Harriet?
I'm ready.
It's quite a trip, isn't it? The author gives her such a wonderful journey, this actress. You go from a punk to a tight ass old aunt. It's just perfect.
Does anybody want me to be on book for them? No? Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Vasily, you off book on this?
No, but I have it just right in front of me.
Aren't you good? Yes.
He knows how to do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Anne.
Would you mind sitting up over here, Aunt Harriet? I want to get you in the light, in the late afternoon light.
Certainly, Tony. Now, I thought I'd use this Irish linen placemat with matching napkin that my husband's, who was what, your great uncle, inherited from his sister. Now, they have to be washed and ironed by hand every time they're used. And then, of course, the silver, which was given to us as a wedding present by your great grandmother. You see, 3-pronged forks, pistol-handled knives, spoon with rat-tail back, all Williamsburg pattern. Now, this should be polished at least every 2 weeks. And then this is Stratfordshire, as is the buttered plate, and all of this is bone. And the wine glasses are early Steuben, but the goblets and finger bowls are both Waterford. Now, none of this goes in the dishwasher, of course. It's far too delicate for detergents.
Finger bowls.
Oh, yes. Our side of the family always used finger bowls between the salad and the dessert.
Would you show me how they worked?
Certainly, dear. Now, you see, the maid would take away the salad plate like this. And then she'd put down the finger bowls in front of us like this. And they would be filled approximately halfway with cool water, and there might be a little rose floating in it or a sliver of lemon. Now, of course, we'd have our napkins in our laps like this. And then there might, and then we dip our fingers into the finger bowl gently, gently. And then we'd wiggle them and take them out and then dab them on our napkins and then dab our lips. And then, of course, the maids would take them away and in would come a nice sherbet or chocolate mousse.
Thanks, Aunt Harriet. That was terrific.
You're welcome, Tony. Now, Tony, dear, tell me, and what is all this for? I didn't quite understand over the phone.
Oh, this is a classroom project for Amherst.
Oh, my. A project. For what, pray tell?
Anthropology, actually.
Anthropology? Heavens, what has that got to do with this?
Well, you see, we're studying the eating habits of various vanishing cultures. For example, someone is talking about the Kikuus of northern Kenya, and my roommate is doing the Cree Indians of Saskatchewan. And my professor suggested I do a slideshow on us.
Us.
Yeah, the wasps of northern eastern United States.
I see.
You can learn a lot about the culture from how it eats.
Such as what?
Well, consider the finger bowls. For example, you have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness, reflecting the guilt which comes with the last stage of capitalism, or notice the unnecessary accumulation of glass and china and the compulsion to display it, or the subtle hint of aggression in those pistol handle knives.
I'll ask you to leave now, Tony.
Aunt Harriet.
Going to invite you to stay for a cocktail, but now I won't.
Please, Aunt Harriet.
Out right now, before I telephone long distance to your mother. Then she cultured my eye. I forbid you to mention my name in the classroom or show one glimpse of my personal property. And you can tell your professor that I've got a good mind to drive up to Amherst with his pistol-handled butter knife on the seat beside me and cut off his anthropological balls.
Okay, good. So a couple of things, Cindy, good choices. You know, right, what you were doing right there at the end is great. In the very beginning, when you start, it seems, and this is the trap of doing a dialect like that, is you can start to play the dialect as opposed to assuming the dialect and playing the action. And the action is to demonstrate. The action is to be clear, and this is exactly what it is. And what you're doing is establishing your character, I understand, but what you're doing is putting more focus on the characterization than on the action of the character. Trust your characterization. It's good. It wouldn't have worked at the end if it wasn't good. It's good. There was no sense of you playing the dialect at the end. So, right, because you had a clear action of getting him the fuck out. Well, now you have a clear action of showing him something, of demonstrating something that is ultimate historical value to you. So play that action and trust your character, because I think it's nice. I think you've made some good decisions there. It's a nice voice. It's a nice rhythm. It's good. It distinguishes you.
Well, you had said precision to the point of annoyance, so I was trying to hit all the consonants and things.
Yes, I know, and that's absolutely correct. That's how you have to learn it. But once you learn it, you've got to forget that and make it because we don't wake up and say, "Am I going to hit all my consonants today?" When we, right? Right, we just get up and do it because that's who we are. So I see that you're in the state of development of that character, and I want to encourage you to go in that direction, but I want you to assume it, not play it. All right, that's all for all of you. That is the trap of a dialect. The trap of a dialect is you start playing the dialect, trying to get the dialect right, and there just could be nothing more boring than that. Absolutely. You've got better to get the dialogue wrong and play the action, right? Always. Okay. What else did I want? Oh yeah, Vasily. So put your camera up again for on the screen for me. Click it. I can't hear it. How come I can't hear it? Doesn't it make a noise when it clicks?
No, it doesn't.
Oh shit. We need a camera that makes a noise when you click it.
I want to say some of them you can make it have a sound, like, you know,
Yeah, I don't want to make trust me, I don't want to make a sound effect. I've just been through a tech rehearsal with Death and the Maiden, and I know what's possible and what should be avoided, and sound effects of the clicking camera should
No, I
be
mean like, you know, your cell phone will make a camera sound.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
like the device, I think some cameras do it too.
But do you have an older camera of us? It really, it doesn't make a click?
Mm-mm.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's very sensory. It's sensor. It's a kind of a sensor button. That's all. It doesn't create any sound.
Wow, next time I want to take pictures of a golf tournament, I'm going to take your camera.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. Do you think by showtime you could get us a camera that clicked?
Well, hold for a second. What I'm just trying to understand. I mean, I can turn it on, and it
Yeah.
might create a sound or something.
Well, what the clicking should be part of it, and it should be put into the pauses where Cindy, like, so for example, she'll go, now I thought I'd use this Irish linen placemat with the matching neck to my husband, who was what? Click, 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 click. Your great uncle inherited by his, you know what I mean? So that the action of what the scene is, and the action of the scene is you, in fact, taking photographs of this stuff.
No, it doesn't create any sound here. It's digital.
Okay. Okay. So one of the things we need to sort of put on our list is if we can find an older camera that has a shutter on it, that you can hear the shutter. It looks perfect. It just needs a sound.
Well, first of all, what period of time we're playing? Is that
What year? Oh, 1981.
hold on for a second.
All right. Good. All right. Let me run through, see if I have any notes for you, Aunt Harriet. Pack. Aunt Harriet was terrific. Yeah. So remember, Cindy, one of the things that I want to do is I want to try this when we rehearse it, and I don't know if it's going to be effective. I'm backwards. I can't look. I turned my glasses. They went the wrong way.
It's wild.
It really is. It's the strangest feeling.
I have a
That's me
film
doing my
camera
Oh, you do? Good. Let me see.
from 1988.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's the sound so that we would want click and then click and click and you'd be really good at that. So
Hear
right?
that?
Yes, I do hear that. Yeah. And that's about as loud as I would want to hear it too. I also hear you reset it. Do the reset on it. Where'd it go? Oh, well. All right. So for the meantime, this
Does
is
it
what I
work?
want you to do for rehearsal. All right. I want you to just go, like she would go, now I thought I'd use this Irish and matching neck, and that my husband, who was what? Click, click, click. Your great uncle. I just want you to say it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I want you to say it, and then we'll figure out how to get you a camera that clicks. Trust me.
Okay.
We have time. Time is on our side. I love that. Okay. So you and Cindy are going to have to go over where you're going to put the clicks in, and they would be in her natural pauses. So that's just work that the two of you guys can do together. And I know you work together great because of that great scene that you did together. So I'm fully confident in that. And Cindy, what I'm working for here is that I think what I'm going to have you do is to turn your camera view down this way, and you'll be putting out the plate. You'll be showing the pistol handled knife, so that this is the view that we will sort of see of you as you show the things off in the beginning. And then we get back up on your face when Tony is packing up to go.
Does that look normal right now?
Yeah, that does. I think that'll work great. Oh yeah, and if we can get the right props, that will look great.
Because I can't, when I turn it down, the whole thing gets light.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out. I just want you to know that you need to be clear with your dialogue and play the action, but that it's all about demonstrating. So realize that your focus doesn't need to be so much on the dialogue as on the demonstration, making that clear.
Okay.
And then working out with, when you need a moment, then it gives him a moment to go click, 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 and click, 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 and it fills those moments really nicely. And then the whole scene will have a rhythm to it because of the camera.
Okay.
When we get after Harriet's long speech, Vasily, last long speech where she says, and it would be nice sherbet or a chocolate mousse. And then her picture will pop up, or a chocolate mousse, and then she'll smile like, and now you're really taking a picture of her, and you'll go click, and then you'll start to pack up your camera. You need a little camera case to pack it up in. So that keeps you busy. Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's another note for you, Vasily. Well, you see, we're studying eating habits of various vanishing cultures. For example, someone is talking about the Kikukas. How do you pronounce that, John? Do you know? Kikuyas. Kikuyas.
Kikuyas. Kikuyas.
Kikuyas.
Kikuyas.
Kikuyas of North Kenya.
Kenya.
And my roommate is doing the Cree Indians of Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yes, Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yes, there we go. Indian name. Now, here's the real, here's the challenge. Say wasp.
Wasp.
Now, let's see, us. Now, the hardest word in the world to say is that word plural, wasps. I can't even do it.
Actually, it's not for me. The wasps.
Yeah, yeah. The wasps of northern. We can't change. There's nothing else we can do there. You just got to really work on that word. Make your tongue and teeth and all
Which
work.
one?
Wasps.
Wasps.
Yes, nice.
Well, I told you it's not.
Us, the wasps of northeastern
The
United States.
wasps
Yes,
of northeastern United States.
yes, very good, very good. Tony, consider the finger bowl. You lost a little clarity on your line toward the end. Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. Do that section for me, would you, Vasily?
Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. There you have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness.
Good. I'm gonna take you back. You're rushing now. Well, period. Consider the finger bowls, for example, period. Go.
Okay. Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. There you have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness, reflecting the guilt which comes with the last stage of capitalism. Capitalism. Or notice the unnecessary accumulation of glass and china and the compulsion to display it. Or the subtle hint of aggression in those pistol-handled knives.
Good. That's going to be a real work. This is going to be a workout for you, man, because you've got to have an opinion and a sharp opinion of that, and it's got to be really clear. So just write clarity next to that speech. All right. I mean, that's always your issue here, especially in this piece. But right there, that's key. It's got to be really clear.
And I think, Vasily, that it's cleanliness, not cleanliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know it's spelled clean, but it's pronounced
cleanliness. Yes.
But it comes from clean, right?
It comes from clean.
Yes.
But the pronunciation is cleanliness.
Yes. Welcome to America, where we make no sense at all.
Well, is it just American? Is it just American or British?
No, British as well. Both.
British as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Confusion. All right.
You have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness.
With cleanliness, reflecting the guilt which comes with the last stage of capitalism.
That's it.
Or
notice, or here's another idea. Yeah.
Or notice the unnecessary accumulation of glass and china and the compulsion to display it.
Yeah.
Or the subtle hint of aggression in those pistol-handed knives.
Yes, very nice, very nice, very nice. You're dealing with each one of those issues, and you're dealing with it in a way like you're just, okay, let me think about this. Okay, there's that, and I see that, so that you're taking each one of those individual things individual. Nice work.
And I think it's subtle as well, not subtle.
Did you say
subtle?
Subtle. A B is silent. That's right.
Yes.
Subtle.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, let's do this one more time. And then we go to Jim and Meg. Let's see if
Okay.
we can get Meg's paper done here. All right.
The
Yeah.
funny thing is
Mm-mm.
it doesn't. Oh, it clicks. Oh, okay, good. I thought the battery is gone. Okay.
Okay. You don't have to, for right now, until you get the right thing, just go click, click, and try to throw them in, just so you don't have to deal with that. You can look at the script. Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
so if I'm going to be showing you all this stuff, then I have to find the pistol-handled knives and the rat-tailed spoons and all that, don't I?
Yeah, it would be great if you knew somebody who had that kind of stuff. That would be cool. If you don't, that's okay. We'll figure it out from there. So don't worry about it. But
Okay.
it would be really cool. Don't you think?
Idea, yeah.
To actually put a beautiful table setting out there and it says so much. I mean, it's more about what that table setting says than actually, much as I love you, seeing you. It's about you showing off the relics of your era. Clearly.
Because our fancy ones that I still have, it's goldware.
Well, oh yeah. Do you have? Well, that we could use goldware too. That would be all right. But
But I
as
mean,
long,
I also have silver, but the fanciest set we've got is goldware.
okay. Well,
And there are Waterford crystal glasses, but I don't have the Steuben and all that.
do you have a pistol-handled carving knife?
I can look. I haven't
Okay.
looked. At mine.
Anyway, just you know what we're going for. That's what I mean. You all know you got to start making some decisions the best you can. And when we come back after the hiatus, we'll go over what we don't have and try to figure out how to get it. Okay. All right, here we go.
Would you mind setting up over here, Aunt Harriet? I want to get you in the late afternoon lights.
Certainly, Tony. Now, I thought I'd use this Irish linen placemat with matching napkin that my husband, no, who was that? Your great uncle inherited from his sister. And they have to be washed and ironed by hand every time they're used.
Click, click,
And
click.
then, of course, the silver, which was given to us as a wedding present by your great grandmother. You
Click.
see, three-pronged forks, pistol-handled knives, spoon with rat tail back, all Williamsburg pattern, and they should be polished at least every 2 weeks. And then this is the Stratfordshire, as is the butter plate, and all this is bone. And the wine glasses are early Steuben, but the goblets and finger bowls are both Waterford. None of this goes to the dishwasher, of course. It's far too delicate for detergents.
Finger bowls.
Oh, well, yes, our side of the family always used finger bowls.
Good, good. Brag about this. Don't play the dialect. Brag about. Oh yes, we were so special. And go.
Okay. Oh, yes. Our side of the family always used finger bowls between the salad and dessert.
Would you show me how they worked?
Certainly, dear. Now, you see, the maid would take away the salad bowl like this, and then she'd put down the finger bowls in front of us like this. And they would be filled approximately halfway with cool water, and there might be a little rose floating in the middle or a sliver of lemon. And now, of course, we'd have our napkins in our laps like this. And then we would dip our fingers into the finger bowl gently, gently. And then we'd wiggle them and shake them out. And then we would dab them on our napkins, and then we would dab our lips. And then, of course, the maid would take them away, and in would come a nice sherbet or a chocolate mousse.
Thanks, Aunt Harriet. That was terrific.
You're welcome, dear. Now, Tony, dear, tell me what all this is for. I didn't understand on the phone.
This is a classroom project for Amherst.
A project? Oh my, in what, pray tell?
Anthropology, actually.
Anthropology? What has that got to do with this?
Well, you see, we're studying the eating habits of various vanishing cultures. For example, someone is talking about the Kikuas of northern Kenya, and my roommate is doing the Cree Indians of Saskatchewan. And my professor suggested I do a slideshow on us,
Us.
the WASPs of north and eastern United States.
I see.
You can learn a lot about the culture from how it eats.
Such as what?
Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. There you have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness, reflecting the guilt which comes with the last stage of capitalism. Or notice the unnecessary accumulation of glass and china and their compulsion to display it. Or the subtle hint of aggression in those pistol handle knives.
I think I'll ask you to leave now, Tony.
Aunt Harriet?
I was going to ask you to stay for a cocktail, but now I won't.
Please, Aunt Harriet.
Out right now, before I telephone long distance to your mother. Vanishing culture, my eye. I forbid you to show one piece of my property in the classroom, or show one glimpse of it. And you can tell that professor of yours I've got a good mind to drive up to Amherst with a pistol-handled butter knife on the seat beside me and cut off his anthropological balls.
Good. You really don't have to work that line with a gesture at all, Cindy. It's just, and cut off his anthropological balls. Just right there. Just hold it right there. That's plenty enough. It works great. That's coming nice. Did you feel the difference not playing the dialogue, playing the action of what you're going to do?
Yeah, but did it show up the same dialogue-wise?
Yeah, it does. It actually works better. And here's the deal is you need to decide rhythm wise, because it's all about the clarity of the demonstration. And I remember Sharon Bicknell did this when we did it in Cleveland. She's the girl who played this role in Cleveland. And I remember her just meticulously going out on the preciseness of the presentation. I want you to work that out, and I want you to show Vasily where you want him to do click, click, click.
Okay.
You show him based on your rhythm, so that always you're working for the clarity of the showing, and then he's amplifying it so like you make a point, then he goes click, click, click. Then we're on to something else, so that like when you get to little things like, oh shit, you see the three-pronged forks, click, click, pistol-handled knives, click, click, a spoon with a rat tail back, click, click. You know, those things will help you rhythmically place out what you're trying to do, okay? But you
just show him something then, like
yes, yeah,
China stupid glasses.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Good. And Vasily, you just need to work on your pronunciation. You need to work on it really hard, and you need to run it by your favorite roommate and make sure that you are doing it, over-articulate it. It's great. I love what you're doing. I love how you changed on, well, consider the finger bowls, you know, and I mean, and it really seems like it's really nice. You obviously understand what he's trying to do, and that he's sort of saying too much, but he's saying it very precisely because he really sort of nails her, right? It's really great. Okay, so just work on the precision.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then she will give you the click clicks as soon as she has them. Send them to Vasily so he knows where, right? And
Right.
he doesn't have to do, and it's not necessarily one click, you know, sometimes it's, and the pistol handled forks, click, click, click. You know, it's like, you know, like a photographer takes a lot of shots of one thing, just hoping to get one right.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Because this is 1981 photographer, not 2001 photographer. 2020 photographer. That's a whole
It
different.
died. I got to get a new battery.
Well, actually, you know, the look of the camera that you had before was not wrong. I mean, they had very sophisticated
right.
Nikon cameras in those days that had telephoto lenses, and it looked exactly, only they made a really loud click. Yeah. So anyway, it's a rhythmic thing. The click is a rhythmic thing that's part of the scene. So we sort of need to figure that out. I would even rather have him go click, 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 And we will accept the fact that, you know what I mean? The audience will believe you if we can't find the actual prop. We'll figure out another way to do it.
It's Kikuyus.
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 Thank you. You live with him. Just as you walk by him each day, go Kikuyus.
Exactly. Sorry,
I just got one.
We'll call
Come to me, Kikuya.
Kikuya. Oh, yeah.
My little Kikuya.
Bring those Kikuyas over here.
I think I'll just call him Kikuyu.
Thank you.
My little Kikuyu.
I think this is gonna mean something totally different to all of us than it will to anybody watching this play. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Meg and Jim. Here we go.
Right. Where are you going now, Daddy?
I think your mother might want a drink.
She's reading to the children.
That's why I think she might want one.
Oh, she wants no such thing, Dad.
And I want one.
No, it's not even 5.
Well, let's go see how the Red Sox are doing.
Daddy, stop.
Stop what?
Stop avoiding me. Ever since I got here, we haven't been able to talk.
Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems to me everybody's been talking continuously and simultaneously from the moment you got off the plane.
Alone, Daddy. I mean alone. And you know I mean alone.
All right, we'll talk. Right here in the dining room. Good place to talk. Why not? Matter of fact, I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day.
I love this room. I always have, always.
Now, your mother and I still use it now and then, once a week. You know, Mrs. Robinson still comes in and cooks us a nice dinner, and we have it in here still. Lamb chops, broilers,
I left him, Daddy.
spinach.
I left him.
Oh, well, now a little vacation.
No.
Yes, well, permanently is. Do I need to change my connection? I feel like
Yeah, you're freezing.
let me, we have another Wi-Fi network here, so let me try to see if I can improve this.
You want me to be on book, Mel?
Yes, please. Did I? Yes,
Okay.
please. Yes.
Do you think
Oh,
that'll
Mel?
be any better?
Yes.
Mel, start this as with a really strong point of view, as if you've tried to corner him a couple times already. And where are you fucking going now? You know,
Okay.
so that we get a sense that this has been going on for a little while. All right, here we go. Let's launch it again. Have fun.
So I have a feeling that I might have made things worse. You think it's better or worse?
It's better for the moment. It's
Yes.
Okay.
I
You
heard
guys are slowing down on me, but I can see. Fine. Let's try this.
All right,
okay.
here we
Ready?
go. Yep.
Yes.
Where are you going now, Daddy?
I think your mother might want a drink.
She's reading to the children.
That's why she might want one.
Oh, she wants no such thing, Dad.
And I want one.
No, it's not even 5.
Good. I want to go back. Good, Jim. Yeah, great, Mel. Great launch. So, Jim, all I want you to do is just keep avoiding the issue. You're thinking too much. All
Okay.
he's doing is coming up with excuses as quick as he can come up with them.
Okay.
There's not a lot of thought going into them. It's like if that one doesn't work, you got a million of them.
Okay.
A guy like you's got a million excuses.
Gotcha. I'm with you. It's a real tactic.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Great
Okay.
thought. Here we go. Once again.
Where are you going now, Daddy?
I think your mother might want a drink.
Oh, she's reading to the children.
That's why she might want one.
Oh, she wants no such thing, Dad.
Then I want one.
No, it's not even 5.
Well, then let's go see how the Red Sox are doing.
Daddy, stop.
Stop what?
Stop avoiding me. Ever since I got here, we haven't been able to talk.
Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems to me everybody's been talking continuously and simultaneously since the moment you got off the plane.
Alone, Daddy. I mean alone. And you know I mean alone.
All right, we'll talk. Right here in the dining room. Sit down. Good
Good.
place to
So
talk.
Jim, I want to go back one more time. So that here's what it is. That all right, we'll talk has got to be
Okay,
all right.
yes.
We'll talk. It's like finally giving up all of your tactics, right?
Right.
Right. But they've got to be stronger, James. It's got to be, when she says to you, she's reading to the children. That's why she might want one. It's got to be, it's got to be right on top of it. Then she says she wants no
Okay.
such a. Then I want one.
Okay. Gotcha. He's not trying that hard to make sense.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. He's
Okay.
being very clear. He just wants to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Got it.
And
I
then
got
when all right, we'll talk. And he sits down. And then that's your sort of I
Okay.
couldn't get the fuck out of here, so I got to put up with this now. What have I got to put up with now?
Gotcha.
That becomes
Okay.
your new beat. All right, here we go. Once
All right.
again, fire away.
Where are you going now, Daddy?
I think your mother might want a drink.
She's reading to the children.
That's why she might want one.
Oh, she wants no such thing, Dad.
Then I want one.
No, it's not even 5.
Well, then let's go see how the Red Sox are doing.
Daddy, stop.
Stop what?
Stop avoiding me. Ever since I got here, we haven't been able to talk.
Good. Don't pull it back. Good
Oh,
Lord, what do you mean?
Oh,
Everybody-
I got ahead of myself. I was thinking this was the all right.
Right.
Lord,
And
what do you
James,
mean? Yeah.
James, listen to this. This is so good, right? This line says it all. Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems everybody's talking. In other words, it's just you just want a little quiet and a little peace and quiet. Ever since this whole crew has arrived, and now she wants to have a private talk. Jesus Christ, that's great, James. Let's go from that's why she might want one and go.
That's why she might want one.
Oh, she wants no such thing, Dad.
Then I want one.
No, it's not even 5.
Well, then let's go see what the Red Sox are doing.
Daddy, stop.
Stop what?
Stop avoiding me. Ever since I got here, we haven't been able to talk.
Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems to me everybody's been talking continuously and simultaneously since the moment you got off the plane.
I mean alone, Daddy. And you know I mean alone.
All right, we'll talk. Right here in the dining room.
Good. I want to go back. Good. So that's great. Alone, Dad. I mean alone. And I mean alone. All right. We'll talk. Then you can take a pause to begin your new beat. But don't pause before, all right, we'll talk. It's like she's finally pushed you. All right. Fuck, take me. And here we go. Let's go from good Lord. What do you mean? Seems to me.
Good Lord, what do you mean? Seems to me everybody's been talking continuously, simultaneously since the moment you got off the plane.
Alone, Daddy. I mean alone. And you know I mean alone.
All right, we'll talk. Right here in the dining room. Good place to talk? Why not? Matter of fact, I'm a little tired. It's been a long day.
I love this room. I always have, always.
Your mother and I still use it now and then, once a week. Mrs. Robinson comes in and cooks for us, and we eat it in here still. Lamb chops, broilers.
I left him, Daddy.
Oh, well, now a little vacation.
I left him permanently.
Yes, well, permanently.
I want to go back. So these pauses, James, are really important for what you're doing. So when she says I left him, Daddy, you need to say that to me, Mel. Go.
I left him, Daddy.
Oh, a little vacation. Yeah, that's okay.
I left him permanently.
Well, in other words, this has got to sort of stop him, and then he's got to make that adjust. But the stop has got to be there. Those pauses are so important to what's going on with this character.
It doesn't say anything about pauses right here.
Well, I have after I left him, Daddy. I have a pause written in my script. You don't have one?
Nope.
Well, put a pause after I left him, Daddy. Pause. Oh well, now a little vacation. I've left him permanently. Pause.
I don't have that either.
Put that in there. Put pause. Yes, well, permanently is a very long
Yeah.
word. Then she says, I can't live with him, Dad. We don't get at all along. And then there's another pause.
I don't have any of this.
Put right the
I'm writing it
names.
down though. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it
Okay,
down.
cool. And then she says, oh, well, you may think that now. Could we live here, Dad? Pause.
Okay.
And then the next pause is after while I work out my life. Pause.
Okay, I have that one.
Okay,
'Cause He
good.
checks,
All right.
because he checks his watch then.
Yeah, good, good. But you understand those pauses are the most important thing. It's like interrupting what could be a really easy conversation. And then make the decision how you're going to handle it.
I trust you. I haven't really had any time to think about it. I mean, I can see how it would work, but I just, this is the first time
Oh, no,
it's
I
come
know.
up. Yeah.
Okay, no problem, no sweat.
I'll make them, yeah, I'll figure out how to make them work. It's just different.
Oh, you'll love this though. When she says, I left him, Daddy. Well, a little vacation. Yeah. And then she goes, I left him permanently. And she's going to pick up right on that. And I mean, you're the only one who's pausing. She's going to be right on top of it so that those
Yeah.
pauses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll do it.
It's just more bad news coming at you. Bing, a bing, a bing, a bing. And you're having to reformulate the bad news. So let's go from your mother and I still use it now and then. Here we go.
Your mother and I still use it now and wait, your mother and I still use it now and then, once a week. Your Mrs. Robinson still comes in and cooks us a nice dinner and we have it in here. Lamb chops, broilers.
I left him, Daddy.
Oh, well, now a little vacation.
I left him permanently.
Yeah, well, permanently is a very long word.
I can't live with him. We don't get along at all.
Well, you may think that now.
Could we
Right.
live here, Dad? That's got
Ah,
to,
right,
yeah.
right. Can we live here, Dad?
Here,
Just for a few months
with 3 small children?
while I work out my life?
What time is it? Well, after 5, I think the sun's over the yard arm, don't you? Or if it isn't, it should be. I think it's almost permissible for you and I to have a little drink, Meg.
Can we stay here, Dad?
Thanks a drink, Meggie.
All right.
I'd like Scott, sweetheart, and make it reasonably strong. You'll find the silver measuring gizmo in the tray in the drawer by the trays. I want 2 shots and a splash of water. I like to use that big glass with the pheasant on it, and not too much ice.
Okay. All right.
I saw Mimi Mott the other day. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dad.
There she was, being a very good sport with her third husband, who's deaf as a post and extremely disagreeable. And I took her aside. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dad.
I took her aside and I said, now, Mimi, tell me the truth. If you had made half as much effort with your first husband as you did with the last 2, don't you think you'd still be married to him? I said that to her point blank. And you know what she said? Maybe. That's exactly what she said. Maybe. If she made the effort.
That's your generation, Dad.
That's every generation.
It's not mine.
Every generation has to make an effort.
I won't go back, Dad. I want to be here.
I wanted the glass with the pheasant on it.
I think the kids used it.
Oh,
So, can we stay here, Dad?
well, I sleep in your room now. Your mother kicked me out because I snore. And we use the boys' room now to watch TV.
I'll use the guest room.
And the children?
They'll sleep on the 3rd floor in the maids' rooms.
No, we closed them off because of the oil bills.
I don't care, Daddy. We'll work it out, please.
Give another try first.
No,
Another try.
no. He's got someone else. She's living there right now. She's moved in.
and fly back and kick her out.
Oh, Dad.
I'm serious. I mean, you don't know this, but that's what your mother did. One time I became romantically involved with Mrs. Shoemaker. We took a little trip together to Sea Island. Your mother got wind of it and came right down and told Betty Shoemaker to get on the next train. That's all there was to it. So why don't you do that? Go tell this woman to peddle her papers elsewhere. We'll sit with the children while you do.
I've got someone too, Dad.
You mean you had a little fling?
Mm-mm. I've been going with someone.
A little fling.
I live with him.
Where was your husband
Well, he stayed with his girl.
and your children?
They came and went.
Sounds a little complicated.
Oh, it is, Dad. It really is. That's why I need to be here.
Let's review the bidding, shall we? Do you plan to marry this new man?
No,
You're not in love with him.
no. He's already married anyway.
And he's decided he loves his wife.
No.
But you've decided you don't love him
Yes.
or your husband.
Yes.
And your husband's fallen in love with someone else.
He lives with someone else.
And your children, my grandchildren, come and go amongst these households.
Yes. Sort of, yes.
Sounds extremely complicated.
Oh, it is, Dad. It really is.
Well, then it seems to me the first thing to do is to simplify things. That's the first thing. First, you tell this man you're living with to leave. You sue your husband for divorce. You hold on to your house.
No.
Keep your kids in the same school. And you
There's someone else, Dad.
someone else,
Someone else entirely.
a third person.
Yes.
What's that movie your mother and I like so much? The Third Man?
It's not a man, Dad.
Not a man,
It's a woman.
a woman.
I've been living with a woman, but it's not working out. And I don't know who I am. And I need to touch base, Daddy. I need to be here.
I think I need a repair. Would you like a repair? I'll take your glass. I'll get us both repairs.
I'm all mixed up, Dad. I'm all over the ballpark. I've taken a second job. I'm seeing a crisis counselor. I go jogging 2 hours a day and none of it's working, Dad. Oh, I need to come home. I want to take the children to the zoo and to the park lake and the art gallery. And oh, I want to do all those things that you used to do with all of us, Daddy. I want to start all over again. I want to start all over again.
And one for your mother. And I found the glass with the pheasant on it in the trash. Somebody broke it. So let's have a nice cocktail with your mother and see if we can get the children to sit quietly while we do.
You don't want us here, do you, Dad?
Well, of course we do, darling. A week, 10 days, you're most welcome.
I can't go back, Daddy.
Neither can I, sweetheart. Neither can I.
Nice. Nice. Good. You see how those pauses work so well, huh, James? Aren't they great?
Well, I do. I feel like it's. I feel like it's the same way they're working in like some of these other places. When she says there's somebody else, it's
Yeah.
like this. So it's yeah. He's just totally. It's like somebody's throwing grenades at him.
Great. Great. Watch what I want you guys just to run a little section. Let me just show you something. This section starts with just after the big speech where Jim goes, "I'm serious. You don't know this, but that's what your mother did." You see that speech?
Yeah.
Now you go down and you say, "I've got someone too, Dad." And then there's the pause.
Yes.
Now do this next little section. You see there are ellipses which create a tiny little pause in the thought process, but there are no pauses on the cue pickups until you get to "It is, Dad. That's why I needed to come home." Pause. He drinks. Okay,
Right.
now let's review the bidding. So I want to see what happens if we go from, you mean you've had a little fling. Let's go right from there and just run it rhythmically and let me see. Just keep
Where
your
are
eye
we?
on that.
What page?
The top of 57.
Okay. Everything is so repetitive in this scene that I need to know where we're at.
Well, I know it's hard for you because you keep saying the same thing over and over and you won't hear it. I know, that's the best part.
So
All
where
right,
are we
here.
taking it from?
We're taking it from, you mean you've had a little fling, and well, we're not going to pause if there is no pause. We're just going to keep going. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So wait. Am I going to start it, or is she going to start off with I've got someone too dead?
Well, let's start out with that. We'll give you that pause start, okay?
Yeah,
That's
just so that I can so the difference. Yeah. Okay.
fucking method actors. Okay, here we go. And
I'm starting from me.
yeah, we're going to go from I've got someone too.
Top
Okay,
of
okay.
57.
Okay, good. Keep looking on.
I am.
I've got someone else too, Dad.
You mean you've had a little fling?
I've been going with someone.
A little fling.
I've been living with him.
Where's your husband?
He stayed with his girl.
And your children?
They came and went.
That was a little complicated.
Oh, it is, Dad. That's why I needed to come home.
Now there's the pause, and it's and you shake the drink, and you take a drink, and you go, okay,
Now
now let's
yeah.
review the bidding, right? It's like, it's as fucked up as it can possibly be. But that's
Okay.
got to come at you like a machine gun. And Mel, once you start, this is the thing about a character who contains what she really wants to say for a long time and doesn't come out and say it. When she finally comes out and says it, it's like comes as a flood. Yeah, exactly. It's like we're finally on it. So let's try that section one more time again, just to give you a little experience on that area. And here we go.
I've got someone too, Dad.
You mean you've had a little fling?
I've been going with someone.
A little fling.
I've been living with him.
Where's your husband?
He stayed with his girl.
And your children?
They came and went.
Sounds a little complicated.
Oh, it is, Dad. It really is. That's why I needed to come home.
Now, let's review the bidding.
Okay, good. That's the idea. It's just got to go bang, 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 bang. That's why the real humor in this scene, strangely enough, is in the pauses. The real humor for you, James, is in the thought process that when you hear something from her that is so outrageous, it stops you. And then this deep thinker that this guy has got to make an adjustment, and then he makes the adjustment, and then she does something else to him, and he's got to make another. It's all about those pauses for you. And that's why you can't pause before you go into them. Otherwise, it says a whole different thing.
I got you.
Now let's take it a little bit further. Let's go. Okay, now do you plan to? All right, let's review the bidding. Now think of this as a list of things that you have to review. And so just think of it as one after another. So let's go from now. Let's review the bidding, may we? Anne.
Where's
Oh, let's review the bidding. May we? Do you plan to marry this new man?
No,
You're not in love with him.
no.
No, he's already married anyway, right?
Oh, shoot. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Let's
Take it
start.
back.
Let's start. Yeah, you're going the right way, John. That's exactly right, James. That's exactly right. Let's go again. From now, let's review the bidding. Here we go.
Now, let's review the bidding, shall we? Do you plan to marry this new man?
No,
You're not in love with him.
no. He's married already anyway.
And he's decided he loves his wife.
No.
But you've decided you don't love him
Yes.
or your husband.
Yes.
And your husband's in love with someone else.
He lives with someone else.
And
See,
your
now, this is starting to get, and your children. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just grabbing it. Oh, good. This is great. And go, keep on. And your children.
my grandchildren, come and go amongst these various households.
Yes. Sort of. Yes.
Sounds extremely complicated.
Oh, it is, Dad. It really is.
Well, it seems to me the first thing to do is to simplify.
Great.
That's the first thing.
Exactly. And then now you're all on the simplification. This is, okay, we're going to solve this. That's just simple. That's exactly right, James. I wanted to give you guys that sort of experience, right? It's that, and Mel, that's exactly right for you. It just starts pouring out. And the reason that where the comedy in the scene comes from is that it's pouring out and it's just coming out too fast for this guy, which is, and he's got to make all of these adjustments. And that's why the pause is key for you there, James.
I love this scene. I
Oh,
love
I
this
do
scene.
too.
I
Mel?
do too.
Mel, when you say you jog 2 miles,
I know, I got it the wrong
say
way
2
around.
hours. You said you jog 2 hours.
Oh, it's 2 hours?
No, you're supposed to say 2 miles, but
Oh,
you
2
keep
miles.
2 hours.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. 2
Okay.
hours. That would be more than 2 miles, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 hours, 2
2 miles. You jog 2 miles.
miles. I jog 2 miles.
I've been
Thank-
jogging 2 miles a day. You said 2 hours. You've been
Yeah,
jogging
I thought it was
2
2 hours. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
Okay, good. So here's a note for everybody, but it's based on a specific note for Jim in this scene. It's when we get to the line, "I'd like a scotch, sweetheart." It's like a page and a half into the scene. "I'd like a scotch, sweetheart. Make it reasonably strong." You see that where that is?
Yep.
So you see, it says calling to her. All of you guys need to take this note and look carefully in your script. When you are on stage and your character is off stage, it really helps the dynamic of the conversation. Always, "I'd like a scotch, sweetheart, and make it reasonably strong." That sense of talking to another room has always got to be there. That dynamic is correct. It's purposely written into the scene. That dynamic of not having that person in the same room. And so it's a very specific thing. So please pay attention to that. Okay. That's a note for all of you, but specifically for you, James. James, I took her aside and I said, "Now, Mimi, tell me the truth." Right? You see where that is?
Yes.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a little, it's a little further than that. Now, realize if you're calling off stage, "I'd like a scotch, sweetheart," and all of this is done off stage. So you're going, she was being a very good sport with her third, that whole thing is going to be so much better if you're calling. I took her aside and I said, "Now, Mimi, tell me the truth." That whole thing, you've got to make clear because she's in the other room and have that dynamic. It'll be so much funnier.
Okay.
Okay, good. No, every gen, not mine. Good. So, Meg, here's something that right after that speech, you say that's your generation, Dad, right?
Mhm.
You've got to insist on these things. You've got to insist on these things so that there's a little bit of your father in you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good. Rhythm,
It's on page 56, Mel, the
Yeah,
top.
yeah, I have it. Thanks.
And also, James, when you're going through this on your homework on this one, on these places where it says like after "it is, Dad, that's why I needed to come home," he pauses, he drinks. Okay, now let's review the bidding. First of all, right, those drinks are really important for you too, and they will hold on screen. Trust me, they will hold, especially if you're using it as a diversion. Okay?
Yes.
All right. I would normally go over this, but we're running a little bit back. I want to get a little further tonight. I think both of you understand exactly what you need to do with these scenes. And if you guys get a chance to work it together, that'd be great. But it's all about that rhythm and setting up those pauses.
We love working this scene. We'll do it.
Yeah,
I know
we
you
love
do.
it. We
That's
love
great.
it.
Well, all right, here we go. So let's go from, oh, goody. We've got Standish at the club. All right, here we go. He's a fruit. Love this scene. All right, here we go. Let's go through it once and see what we got.
Oh, sorry, it's me. Sorry,
Yeah.
I start. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the trouble, Mother?
I don't know whether to eat or not. Your father and I were sitting in the living room having a perfectly pleasant cocktail together. And when all of a sudden that stupid telephone rang and now he's holed up in the bedroom talking away.
Who's he talking to?
I don't know. I don't even know. I think it's someone from the club.
Are we eating or not?
Simply don't know. I don't know whether to go ahead or not, Bertha. I mean, Mr. Thatcher is still on the telephone.
Couldn't we at least start the soup?
Oh, I don't know, Bertha. I just don't know. Let's wait 5 more minutes, Bertha.
Yes, Mrs.
Oh, honestly, that telephone, I could wring its neck. It should be banned. It should be outlawed between 6 and 8 in the evening.
I've got to go
Oh, where?
out.
Oh, you mean you can't even sit down and have some of Bertha's nice celery soup?
I can't even finish my cocktail. Something very bad has happened.
Bertha, would you mind very much putting the soup back in the saucepan and keeping it on a low flame? We'll call you when we're ready.
Yes, Mrs.
Now, what on earth is the matter?
Henry was insulted down the club.
Insulted?
Uncle Henry?
Binky Byers made a remark to him in the steam bath.
No.
What did he say, Dad?
Yeah, what did he say?
I believe I was speaking to your mother. Binky made a remark, and apparently a number of the newer members laughed. Poor Henry was so upset he had to put on his clothes and leave. He called me from Mother's.
Oh, no.
I telephoned the club. I spoke to several people who had been in the steam bath. They confirmed the incident. I asked to speak to Binky Byers. He refused to come to the phone, and so I've got to do something about it.
Dear, oh dear.
Won't you tell us what he said to Uncle Henry, Dad?
I will not. I will not dignify the remark by repeating it.
Oh, come on, Dad. We're not babies.
Yes, Standish, really.
He said, Claire, I want you to leave the room.
Why? I'm older.
Yes, she should know. Everybody should know. These are different times. We're not quite ready yet, Bertha. Now, go on, Standish. Be frank. This is a family.
Mrs. Byers made an unfortunate remark having to do with your Uncle Henry's private life.
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific here.
Mr. Byers, who had obviously been drinking since early afternoon, approached your Uncle Henry in the steam bath and alluded in very specific terms to his personal relationships.
What personal relationship?
His associations in the outside world.
I don't get it.
Darling, Mr. Byers must have made some unnecessary remarks about your Uncle Henry's bachelor attachments.
You mean Uncle Harry is a fruit?
I won't have that word in this house.
I was just. That's not.
School, dear.
I don't care if you got it from God. I will not have it in this house. The point is my own brother was wounded at this club.
But what can you do, dear?
Go down there.
To your mother's?
To the club. I'll demand a public apology from Binky in front of the entire grill.
What if he won't even come to the telephone?
I'll have to fight him.
Oh, Standish.
I have to.
Oh, Daddy.
I can't let that remark stand.
Can I come with you, Dad?
You may not. I want you home with your mother.
Oh, Standish, for heaven's sake.
No arguments, please.
But Binky Byers is half your age and twice your size.
It makes no difference.
I think he's on the boxing team at Dartmouth.
No difference whatsoever.
But what about your shoulder? And what about your hernia?
I'm sorry. I imagine I shall be seriously hurt, but I can't stand.
Daddy, please don't go.
The lamb will be overdone, Mrs.
It's a beautiful lamb, Standish.
Now listen to me, all of you, and you too, Bertha. There is nothing I'd rather do in this world than sit down at this table with all of you and have some of Bertha's fine celery soup, followed by a leg of lamb with mint sauce and roast potatoes. Am I right about the sauce and the potatoes, Bertha?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing I'd rather do than that, but I have to forego. Forego?
Forego it. Yeah.
Forgo it. My own brother has been publicly insulted at his club, and that means our family has been insulted. And when the family has been insulted, that means this table, this chair, this room, and all of us in it, including you, Bertha, are being treated with scorn. And so if I stayed here, if I sat down with all of you now, I wouldn't be able to converse. I wouldn't be able to laugh. I wouldn't be able to correct your grammar, David. I wouldn't be able to enjoy your fine meal, Bertha. I wouldn't even be able to kiss my handsome wife goodbye. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Winkins. Goodbye, David.
So long, Dad. Good luck.
Goodbye, Bertha.
Goodbye, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, of course we can't eat now, Bertha. Have something yourself and let people raid the icebox later.
Yes, Mrs.
And the children can have hash on Saturday.
Yes, Mrs.
David, you and I will drive down to the club and wait for the outcome in the visitors lounge.
Okay, Mother.
So get a book, get a good book. Get Ivanhoe. We could be quite a while.
Okay.
And Claire, I want you to stay here and hold the fort.
My mother.
Now get on the telephone to Dr. Russell. I don't care whether he's having dinner or in the operating room. Tell him to be at the club to give your father first aid.
All right.
And then study your French. Oh, what, for heaven's sake?
Is it true about him? Go ahead.
Well, it may be, sweetheart, but you don't say it to him, and you don't say it at the club, and you don't say it within a 10-mile radius of your father.
Now, goodbye.
Do I say that? Oh, now goodbye.
There you go.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, cool. We all love this scene. It's great.
funny as hell.
So I want to go to the capital letters of Standish when he says, I won't have that word in my house. Can you all go to where we are there? I won't have that word in my house.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
on page
so-
61.
The line before it is, you mean Uncle Henry is a fruit? You know, John, can you be, can little David be as positive as he can possibly be about that?
Yeah, I there were two things going on for me. One was, he's we know all about that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
one thing, and the other thing at the same time was, wow, he's real. Really?
You mean Uncle Henry's a fruit? Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, it's naive. That's what's so great about it. That's
Right.
what's really great about it, right?
Okay.
So go that way. And
Yeah.
so the next line is the center of is the key line of your character, Vasily.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have that word in my house. You know, there has to be a stuffiness, an inherent stuffiness, an inherent, I'm better than anybody else. I must live by the rules. I must go straight edge by the rules. I am very proper. So you need to over propertize yourself all the way through this scene. Your own sense of self-importance is the key to this character. He's a very self-important character. And there's a stuffiness to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the kind of character that you would never expect would do physical harm to another human being, because he's just so proper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he's proud of that, and he's proud of his position and his properness. So when we read through it this time, I want you to think about that. We'll see where we go. everybody look at the line. I'm looking for, this is, let me try to give you a place to, this should probably be about a page and a half into it. There's a line that says, Emily says, yes, she should know. Everybody should know these are difficult times.
Bottom of 60 almost.
Yeah, actually, it's the last line on 60 for me.
So I just want you all to know that what will happen, yes, she should know, everyone should know, these are different times. Then Bertha's picture will come out. And when she sees her picture, it'll be, we're not quite ready yet, Bertha. And then she'll go, yes, Mrs. And then her picture will disappear.
Okay,
All right, I just want you to know that that's going to be an IQ or a visible cue for you.
okay.
Good.
Yeah, I said it like she was out of the room, and right after I said it, wait, no, she's in for that, and she leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Great, good, because that's very funny.
It is. That's the whole point. Yeah, you're finally there, and then it's gone. Let's see. The next first. So
Can David be chewing gum?
Oh, please, that'd be great. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean he's a fruit?
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I feel like this kid would be chewing gum like he's a smart kid. You know, he's like, yeah, really?
You see, that one little thing will just, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. That one little thing is what will be able to distinguish John's character and the difference of John's character from everybody else. And if it's not a costume piece, it's a dialect. If it's not a dialect, it's a rhythm. If it, you know what I mean, there's always got to be something that you're thinking of different. If it's not that, it's a different voice. You all have so many different voices that you can play with. Where's James? Where does his picture go? Is he here?
I am
James?
here.
Oh, good.
I'm taking in all of this.
Okay, good.
I'm the only person who's not in this scene.
I know, but I just like seeing your face.
Oh,
That's all.
mwah.
We all like seeing your face.
Yes, we do. Thank God for your face, really.
Think of me as an audience member out in the dark in
It's
the
a
house.
nice face. Isn't there a song like that?
All right.
I'll believe it if you will.
Right. So, Emily, I don't know. The very first line is what's the trouble? So, Cindy, that's the trouble, mother. I don't know whether to eat or not. That's the trouble. Actually, we'll start you out having a drink yourself, okay? So there'll be, and I need you sort of kvetching and needing that drink, and almost like, so that, you know, there's just this little sense of almost being so flustered you're out of breath. Yes. Yeah. And you handle that flustered really well, and it's not overacted. It's really nicely done. This is a woman who believes in order, and there is no order, and she's trying to survive the order. Okay. The lack of order. Yeah. And again, there's little places here in that right at the beginning, Emily. I don't know whether to go ahead. I don't know whether to go ahead or not, Bertha, right? And Mr. Thatcher is still on the yeah. In other words, you're calling off stage to her.
Oh, wait, after David says, what's the trouble? I'm calling out to Bertha.
Claire says, are we eating or not? And you say to Claire, I simply don't know. And then you yell off stage, I don't know whether we're going or not, Bertha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mr.
I have
Thatcher's still on the telephone.
Okay, got it.
I have a question on the top of what is my page 60?
Yeah.
When Bertha says, yes, Mrs., that's
Yes.
off stage, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yep.
So I think Emily has to call out to me, right?
Yes, exactly. Emily's calling off to you anytime in that first section as if you're in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Standish.
wait 5 more minutes is off stage, calling off to her. Because it says, yes, Mrs., and then you leave.
Yeah, I know, but we're not doing it. We're doing that all as off stage. The only time she's going to come on is that one time that we got her, and then the other time when Dad won't let her leave. Those are the only 2 times she's on.
Okay.
I believe that's correct. So
Yes.
Standish, when we get to you, your first line, I've got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go. You know, it's like, I know I'm going to get the shit beat out of me, but I've got to go. And you know, I mean, it has to have that initiate that stodgy sense right from the get-go, all right? All right, let's just try that for a second. Let's pick it up from I've got to go out. I have to go out. You know, it's just, you know what I'm talking about, right, Vasily? An aristocrat, a real aristocrat who is above board on everything that he does.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
Got to go.
Let's try it from I've got to go. And
I've got to go out.
Where?
now he says I got to go, and then Emily says go.
Oh,
Go where?
Okay, okay. Mhm.
All right, here we go. And
I've got to go
Oh, where?
out.
and out. You know, in other words, make it crit where I've got to go out. You
I've
know,
got-
I'm just
Okay.
yeah. It's that I want you to go. I'm trying to push you, Vasily, to go a little too far, and then we'll bring it back. But you're sort of sneaking up on it, and I want you to overplay the stodgy, stuffy nature of him, just to play, just to play.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, when you're developing characters, sometimes taking it very small is the way to handle it. And sometimes it's going too far, and then we can bring it back. But it's exploring those extremes that will help you find the middle. And here we go. I've got to go.
I've got to go
No, where?
out.
You mean you can't even sit down and have some of Bertha's nice celery soup?
I can't even finish my cocktail. Something very bad has happened.
Bertha, would you mind putting the soup back in the saucepan and keeping it on a low flame? We'll call you when we're ready.
Yes, Mrs.
Now, what on earth is the matter?
Good. And you see how it's hushed. Now, what on the earth is the matter? I don't want to make a big deal out of all of this, right? Because you're upsetting my whole day. You know, so there's this sense of a whisper or a hushed tone, just like it says, right? So let's go from now, what on earth is the matter?
Okay, let me just, oh, yes.
Yes.
I didn't see that, so you said that. Now, what on earth is the matter?
Henry was insulted down at the club.
Insulted?
Uncle Henry?
Binky Bias made a remark to him in the steam bath.
Oh, no.
What did he say, Dad?
Yeah, what did he say?
I believe I was speaking to your mother. Binky made a remark, and apparently a number of the newer members laughed. Poor Henry was so upset he had to put on his clothes and leave. He called me from Mother's.
No, oh, no.
I telephoned the club. I spoke to several people who had been in the steam bath. They confirmed the incident. I asked to speak to Binky Byers. He refused to come to the phone, and so I've got to do something about it.
Take that speech one more time. Play every period. Go. I telephoned the club. Period.
I telephoned the club. I spoke to several people who had been in the steam bath. They confirmed the incident. I asked to speak to Binky Byers. He refused to come to the phone, and so I've got to do something about it.
Dear, oh dear.
Would you tell us what he said to Uncle Henry, Dad?
I will not. I will not dignify the remark by repeating it.
Oh, come on, Dad. We're not babies.
Yes, Standish, really.
He said, Claire, I want you to leave the room.
Good, good.
Why?
And bring an urgency. Claire, I want you to leave the room. Just bring an urgency today. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to tell you. And here we go. Oh, come on, Dad. We're not babies. Pick it up from there.
Oh, come on, Dad. We're not babies.
Yes, Standish, really.
He said, Claire,
Hmm?
I want you to leave the room.
Why? I'm older.
Yes, she should know. Everybody should know. These are different times.
Bertha's out.
We're not quite ready yet, Bertha.
Yes, Mrs.
Now, go on, Standish.
Oh, I say yes, Mrs.
Yes, you do.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Yes, Mrs. And I'm in and out.
Yep.
Oh, it's not there, but okay. Now go on, Standish. Be frank. This is family.
Mr. Byers made an unfortunate remark having to do with your Uncle Henry's private life.
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific here.
Mr. Byers, who had obviously been drinking since early afternoon,
Good,
approached.
good, good. And here's the stodgy part is look down on Mr. Byers because he's a drunk at the club. Okay. Mr. Byers, this guy who's always drinking too much at the club, and go, Mr. Byers.
Mr. Byers, who had obviously been drinking since early afternoon, approached your Uncle Henry in the steam bath and alluded in the very specific terms to his personal relationships.
What personal relationships?
His associations in the outside world.
I don't get it.
Darling, Mr. Byers must have made some unnecessary remarks about your Uncle Henry's bachelor attachments.
You mean Uncle Henry's a fruit?
I won't have that word in this house.
I was just.
Not from school, dear.
I don't care if you got it from God. I will not have in this house. The point is, my own brother was wounded at his club.
But what can you do, dear?
Go down there.
To your mother's?
To the club. I'll demand a public apology from Binky in front of the entire grill.
But if he won't even come to the telephone?
I'll have to fight him.
Oh,
Standish.
I have to.
oh, Daddy.
I can't let that remark stand.
Good. Can we go back to I'll have to fight him? And can that be very, I'll have to fight him? It's very, I shall have to fight him. It's very incapable of actually having a fight. You've got to work against your character type, Vasily, because you have sort of a strong look. You don't have that sort of weak of feet look. And so that's why you really need to create it in the character and the character's speech pattern. So I have to fight. Let's go from there. And
Give me life.
let's take it from Stan. Let's take it from, but if he won't even come to the telephone, go.
But if he won't even come to the telephone?
I'll have to fight.
Standish.
Oh, Daddy.
I have to. I can't let that remark stand.
Can I come with you, Dad?
You may not. I want you home with your mother.
Standish, for heaven's sake.
No arguments, please.
Byers is half your age and twice your size.
It makes no difference.
He was on the boxing team in Dartmouth.
No difference whatsoever.
So what about your bad shoulder? What about your hernia?
I'm sorry. I imagine I shall be seriously hurt, but I can't stand idly by.
Please, Daddy, please don't go.
The lamb will be overdone, Mrs.
It's a beautiful lamb, Standish.
Now listen to me, all of you. And you too, Bertha. There is nothing I'd rather do in this world than sit down at this table with all of you and have some of Bertha's fine celery soup, followed by a leg of lamb with mint sauce and roast potatoes. Am I right about the sauce and the potatoes, Bertha?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing I'd rather to do than that, but I have to forego it. My own brother has been publicly insulted at his club, and that means our family has been insulted. And when the family has been insulted, that means this table, this chair, this room, and all of us in it, including you, Bertha, are being treated with scorn. And so if I stayed here, if I sat down with all of you now, I wouldn't be able to converse. I wouldn't be able to laugh. I wouldn't be able to correct your grammar, David. I wouldn't be able to enjoy your fine meal, Bertha. I wouldn't even be able to kiss my handsome wife goodbye. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Winkins. Goodbye, David.
So long, Dad. Good luck.
Goodbye, Bertha.
Goodbye, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Good. That's the right way to go, Vasily. That's exactly the right way to go. Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense to me. I would like to try it once again, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah. Well, the place that I'd like you to start from is I'll have to fight him. And just try to hold on to that feeling. And then she says, "Oh, Stantis, I have to." It's must. Okay, here we go. And one more time.
From the
From,
top.
but what if he won't come to the telephone? I'll
But if
have
he
to-
won't even come to the
I-
telephone,
Hold on. What the page is this?
Page 61.
61,
61.
bottom almost.
Okay, got it. Mhm.
Okay, are
but
you
if he
ready?
won't even come to the telephone,
I'll have to fight him.
Oh,
I have to.
Daddy.
I can't let that remark stand.
Can I come with you, Dad?
You may not. I want you home with your mother.
Dad, for heaven's sake,
No arguments, please.
Pinky Byers is half your age and twice your size.
It makes no difference.
Good. So then I want you to, hold on, good. So I want you to say that little line, I'll have to fight him. Say that again.
I have to fight him.
So it's the same thing. It makes no difference. It's that same little bite, it's that pride of, I don't care whether I get the shit beat out of me or not, I must go. I must stand up for my name.
Right.
All right, let's go one more time from, I'll have to go from, but if he won't even come to the telephone.
But if he won't even come to the telephone,
I'll have to fight him.
oh, Daddy.
I have to.
Daddy.
I can't let that remark stand.
Can I come with you, Dad?
You may not. I want you home with your mother.
For heaven's sake.
No arguments, please.
But Pinky Byers is half your age and twice your size.
It makes no difference.
I don't think he was on the boxing team at Dartmouth.
No difference whatsoever.
But what about the shoulder? What about your hernia?
I'm sorry. I imagine I shall be seriously hurt, but I can't stand idly by.
Oh, Daddy.
Okay, good. Stop right there. Good. Put the period on after seriously hurt, and it's idly by.
Idly. What does mean idly? I don't know.
Just it means just sitting there not doing anything,
Okay.
being idle, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So let's go from what about your bad shoulder? What about your hernia? Here we go.
But what about your bad shoulder? What about your hernia?
I'm sorry. I imagine I shall be seriously hurt, but I can't stand idly by.
Oh, Daddy, please don't go.
The lamb will be overdone, Mrs.
It's a beautiful lamb, Standish.
Now listen to me, all of you. You too, Bertha. There is nothing I'd rather do in this world than sit down at this table with all of you and have some of Bertha's fine celery soup, followed by a leg of lamb with mint sauce and roast potatoes. Am I right about the sauce and the potatoes, Bertha?
Yes, sir.
There is nothing I'd rather do than that, but I have to forego it. My own brother has been publicly insulted at his club, and that means our family has been insulted. And when the family has been insulted, that means this table, this chair, this room, and all of us in it, including you, Bertha, are being treated with scorn. And so if I stayed here, if I sat down with all of you now, I wouldn't be able to converse. I wouldn't be able to laugh. I wouldn't be able to correct your grammar, David. I wouldn't be able to enjoy your fine meal, Bertha. I wouldn't even be able to kiss my handsome wife goodbye. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Winkins.
Oh, goodbye, Daddy.
Goodbye, David.
So long, Dad. Good luck.
Goodbye, Bertha.
Goodbye, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
No, of course we can't eat now, Bertha. Have something yourself and let people raid the icebox later
Yes,
on.
yes, Mrs.
And the children can have lamb hash on Saturday.
Yes, Mrs.
David, you and I will drive down to the club and wait for the outcome in the visitors' lounge.
Okay, Mother.
So get a book. Get a good book. Get Ivanhoe. We could be quite a while.
Okay.
And Claire, I want you to stay here and hold the fort.
All right, Mother.
Okay, get on the telephone to Dr. Russell. I don't care whether he's having dinner or in the operating room. Tell him to be at the club and to give your father first aid.
All right, Mother.
And then start in your fridge.
All right. Mother,
Oh, what, for heaven's sake?
oh, is it true about Uncle Henry?
As it may be, sweetheart, but you don't say it to him, and you don't say it at the club, and you don't say it within a 10-mile radius of your father. Now, goodbye.
Good. Do that speech one more time. Play all the periods. Go. Well, it may be, sweetheart. Go.
Well, it may be, sweetheart, but you don't say it to him, and you don't say it at the club, and you don't say it with a 10-mile radius of your father. Now, goodbye.
Good. Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Right? Come on back, everybody. Good, good, Vasily. Good. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have to think of yourself as terribly proper. And here is a perfect example of how all the periods in the sentences really make sense. They're all laid out. There was one moment in there when Vasily really got it and really connected in his speech. And I was watching Anj, who was just horrified by what was happening to her family. And then I was watching John just chewing on his gum, not even a bit concerned about it, and it's actually so human of exactly of how a family, and then of course, Cindy, when she's off book on it, will be able to she's just so, it's just everything's going on around her and she's just so I don't know, so you have all of these different erections. Poor Bertha, I felt that Mel was literally scared of, like she was going to be the victim of the fight. So this is exactly the direction you want to work on in this piece. This is a little piece of gold. This scene is just gold. And it plays really well. And it was designed to create a sense of action and activity right before the end of the play, where everything sort of pulls back into a retrospective. So you please, Vasily, I think we talked about this. Please, as proper as possible, please come close to as English as you possibly can with this piece. This is your ultimate challenge. And I know people, because you had moments in there, Vasily, where you did completely get it. So you can't tell me that you can't do it, because if you can do it for 2 seconds, you can do it for 10 minutes. I know that. It's just something you have to hold and something you have to get very used to. And you're so proud. You are so proud. It'll be a lot of fun for you. Normally, if we were in a production, and we weren't in an acting class, because to me, this is still an acting class, and I hope you all, it's just a different way of looking at it. In a production, I probably would have switched one of the roles with you and James and had James do this or John do this because this is the ultimate challenge. This is the ultimate 1938 WASP right here. This is where they all came from in this show. I want to see you challenge that, and I want to see you beat that, and I know you can because I just saw you do it. So congratulations, you bitch.
There are characters like this in old movies from the late 30s and early 40s. Yeah.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Sign him up for a couple of old movies on TCM.
Yeah,
Say, here's the guy right here. Watch him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're going to have to slow it down so that you get the pronunciation right, and then you'll be able to speed it up. This is your challenge, Vasily. Okay. Are you psyched about it? I mean, it's such a funny part. I mean, Jesus Christ. The whole dynamic of the end of the show depends on this scene. And I'm putting it in, trusting it to you, because I know you're gonna fucking blow it away. Okay.
All
right.
That everybody's going, oh dear, oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. And there's a daddy, and then there's John.
And I go, look at that. Miracle. Everybody's a mess. He's like, oh boy, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm also a little stunned because I'm not sure I've ever seen my father this upset.
No. Well, I think you have seen him that upset at you, but you've never seen him upset to violence. Never seen him upset to violence. No. Great. Okay.
I was going to say the gum works really well.
Yeah,
And not only when you're chewing it, when all of a sudden you stop.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a great reaction.
That's great. That's brilliant, James. That's exactly right. That's how you can use it.
Bill, I want to ask you something. At the end, when I'm saying goodbye to everyone and I'm kind of melting down, into tears, was it too much? Or
Yes. Yeah, he can't give up his stodgy nature even to the end. There might be tears underneath it all, but he would block those tears with his pride. He would block the tears with the pride. Yes, yeah, exactly. So
Thank you very much indeed.
yes, yeah, exactly. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Let's do a quick read of Harvey and Dick, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this because I just at least want to get this on the board. This is going to be the last thing we do tonight, and we'll put the end on next week. Next time we meet.
We don't
Okay.
get to do the Ruth and Annie?
Not tonight. It's just going to be too long. Okay, that's all right. It'll come. We got a lot of shit to go through. Okay, here we go.
We'll talk in here. No one will disturb us. Nobody comes near a dining room anymore. The thought of sitting down with a number of intelligent, attractive people to enjoy good food, well cooked and properly served, that apparently doesn't occur to people anymore. Nowadays, people eat in kitchens or in living rooms, standing around, balancing their plates like jugglers. Soon they'll be eating in bathrooms. Well, why not? Simplify the process considerably.
Okay, good. Harvey, I want you to do that one more time. Just throw the fucks in there. And I'll show you the difference. Here we go. And
We'll talk in here. No one will disturb us. Nobody comes near a fucking.
that's it. That's exactly it, John. That's exactly it. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Oh God.
That's how strong this guy is. That's why his poor son, what can he say? I mean, God, he's dealt with you all of your life. And he's got to give you your space here. Here we go. Here's your chance. Go.
We'll talk in here. No one will disturb us. Nobody comes near a fucking dining room anymore. The thought of sitting down with a number of fucking intelligent, attractive people to enjoy good fucking food, well fucking cooked and fucking properly served, that apparently doesn't fucking occur to people anymore. Nowadays, people fucking eat in kitchens or in living rooms, fucking standing around, balancing their plates like fucking jugglers. Soon they'll be eating in fucking bathrooms. Well, why not? Fucking simplify the process considerably.
Sit down somewhere, Pop.
You see how that's so perfect? It's like, sit down, Dad. You're a little worked up here, Dad. Keep going. And
I'll sit here. We can look out. There's a fucking purple finch who comes to the theater every fucking evening. Brings his young. Now, I want to go over my fucking funeral with you.
Pop.
I want to do it. There are only a few more fucking apples left in the fucking barrel for me.
You've been saying that for years, Pop.
Well, this time it's fucking true. So I want to go over this, please. You're my fucking eldest son. I can't do it with anyone else. You're fucking
yes.
Your fucking mother starts to cry, your fucking brother isn't here, and your fucking sister gets fucking distracted. So concentrate, please, on my fucking funeral.
All right, Pop.
First, here's my fucking obituary for both newspapers. I dictated it to fucking Miss Kovac down at the office, and I read it over fucking twice. And it's what I fucking want. It's thorough without being self-congratulatory. I mentioned my business career, my civic commitments, and of course, my fucking family. I even touch on my recreational life. I give my lowest fucking score in golf and the weight of the sailfish I caught off the fucking Keys. The papers will want to cut both items, but don't you let them.
Okay, Pop.
I also want them to print this fucking picture.
But John, you missed it. This should have been it. But
Yeah.
Don't you fucking let him. Don't you fucking let him.
Yeah, hold. Can you hold on a second?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Um,
But don't you fucking let them. Just go
Right.
from there.
the fucking papers will want to cut both items, but don't you fucking let them.
Okay, Pop.
I also want them to print this fucking picture. It was taken when I was elected to chair of the fucking symphony drive. I think it'll do. I don't look too young to die, nor so old it won't make any fucking difference.
All right, Pop.
Now, I want the fucking funeral service announced at the end of the fucking obituary and to occur 3 fucking days later. This will give people time to postpone their fucking their fucking trips and adjust their fucking appointments. And I wanted it 3 fucking 30 in the afternoon. This gives people time to digest their fucking lunch and doesn't obligate us to feed them fucking dinner. Notice I've underlined the word fucking church. Mr. Fairweather might try to squeeze the service into the fucking chapel, but don't you fucking let him. I lived in this city all my life, and I know a great many people, and I want everyone to have a fucking seat and fucking feel comfortable. If you see people milling around the fucking door, go right up to them and find them a place, even if you have to use fucking folding chairs. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Pop.
I've listed the following works to be played by Mrs. Manchester at the fucking organ. This Bach, this Handel, this Schubert, all lively, you'll notice. Nothing fucking gloomy, nothing fucking grim. I want the service to start promptly with a good fucking rousing hymn, Onward Christian Soldiers. And then fucking Fairweather may make some brief, underlined fucking brief remarks about my fucking life and works. You plan to get up and fucking speak, by the way?
Me?
Fucking you. Do you plan to say anything?
I hadn't thought, Pop.
Don't, if you don't fucking want it. There's nothing more fucking uncomfortable than a reluctant or fucking unwilling speaker. On the other hand, if you, as my eldest son, were to get on your fucking feet and say a few words of farewell,
Of course I will, Pop.
good, then I'll fucking let you in. Brief fucking remarks by my fucking son, Richard. Any idea what you fucking might say?
No, Pop.
You won't make it fucking sentimental, will you? Brad Hoffman's son got up the other day and made some very fucking sentimental remarks about Brad. I didn't fucking like it, and I don't think Brad would have liked it.
I won't get sentimental, Pop.
Good. On the other hand, you won't make any fucking wisecracks, will you?
Oh, Pop.
You have that tendency, Dick. At Marcy's fucking wedding and your brother's fucking birthday, you got up and made some very fucking flip remarks about all of us.
I'm sorry, Pop.
Smart guy stuff. Too fucking smart, in my opinion. If you plan to get into that sort of thing, perhaps you better not fucking say anything at all.
I won't make any cracks, Pop. I promise.
Thank you. Because you fucking love us, don't you?
Yes, Pop.
You fucking love us. You may live 1,000 fucking miles away. You may have fucking run off every summer. You may be a terrible fucking letter writer, but you fucking love us all just the fucking same, don't you? You fucking love me.
Oh, yeah, Pop. Oh, yeah, really?
Fine. Now, at the fucking graves, just the fucking family. I want to be buried beside my brothers. I want to be buried beside my fucking brothers and below my mother and father. Leave room for your for your fucking mother to lie beside me. If she marries again, still leave room. She'll fucking come back in the end.
That's it. Keep going.
All right, Pop.
Invite people back here after the fucking burial. Stay close to your fucking mother. She gets nervous at any kind of fucking gathering and makes bad fucking
Yes.
decisions. For example, don't let her serve any of the good beef eaters gin if people simply want to mix it with fucking tonic water. And when they're gone, fucking sit with her. Stay in the house. Don't leave for sorry. Don't leave for a few fucking days, please.
I promise, Pop.
And that's my fucking funeral. I'm leaving you this fucking room, you know. After your after your fucking mother dies. The fucking table and chairs go to you.
Okay, good.
It's the
Let's
best thing
end
I can fucking leave you by fucking far.
Thanks, Pop.
Now, we'll rejoin your mother. I'll put this fucking envelope in my safe deposit box. On top, sorry. On top of my fucking will and the fucking stock certificates. The fucking key will be in my left bureau drawer. You didn't see the purple finch fitting its young.
Yes, I did, Pop.
You saw it while I was fucking talking?
That's right.
Good. I'm fucking glad you saw it.
Well, John, I mean, you get the idea, right? Okay, good. What a perfect way to end the evening. I got to say that, it's just so, but what it did, I mean, obviously it was a lot of fun for John to work through that and really sharpened his point of view. But the greatest benefactor of all this was James, who understood the kind of energy that he grew up with. And his replies were just so funny because of the nature of the intimidation that was being handed out by our good friends. It was great. It was just as honest as it could be. That's what I'm saying. It was a perfect way to end the evening. And to end this session, God bless you all. We're gonna take next week off and then we're back, right?
Is that right? I thought we were 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks?
Wait a minute. Hold on a
Yeah.
second. Hold
Let
on
me
a
see, I gotta
second.
get my
No, let me go
no,
back.
No, I don't think, hold on, I'll be
That's
back in
what I have down.
Oh,
We're taking next week off, and then you said
on,
we're
hold
gonna
on.
be we're taking the
Yeah.
first off.
Yep.
We're taking November
Yeah, we're
1st
back
off,
November 8th. That's our
8th,
first
Right.
and you said we're gonna be there the 8th and we're gonna be together again the 8th and the
8th and the
15th.
6th. Yes. And then
15th, and then take off the 22nd and 29th.
that's
Oh,
correct. And then we go into the home stretch to do the
Right.
piece. All
Okay.
right. And
Yeah.
I will write you guys and tell you what we're going to start working on. We'll probably start with the very end that we didn't get to tonight, and then we'll go back and I'll list you some scenes that we're going to start working on when we get back in 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill, I just wanted to say that I just, the idea that because this is a cranky old guy, and so is the grandfather.
Yeah,
The other
yeah, well, but it's a different guy. This guy is more colorful than the other guy's just sort of, yeah, well, you just go over there,
Okay.
just do, you know what I mean? It's just,
Okay.
he's more he's a different kind of crank. He's a different kind of crank
okay.
altogether. Okay.
Mhm,
He's seen it all. He's got the money. He's done everything. And this guy is just sort of sick of life, I think, and just wants to get it over with and wants to make sure it's all organized. So. I mean, it really, all it did, John, was give you a really strong opinion. So it didn't make him,
Right.
that's what, trust the writing with the strong opinion, you got it.
Okay.
I don't remember laughing so hard as I did on a couple of those lines because it was so inappropriate.
It's so funny.
Yes,
Let him read
absolutely.
it with all the bucks in it.
But guys, this is more than anything else what I want to teach you guys is when you're developing characters and working on stuff is to play, is to play in these worlds, and then you discover it from a point of joy rather than from a point of seriousness.
Angst.
It's angst, yeah, angst and worry, and you're just in there playing, and it's just so great to see it.
Can I just ask one question about so when we come back on the
8th.
8th, will that be the beginning of the 6-week session?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
The
we're
8th will be beginning of, we'll do that. And then we're going to do this the week of December 13th. I've booked our
Okay.
person. But we've got to figure out it between, I mean, we can do this when you come back, but if you guys who are members of Polaris is start to figure out how we can do this as a Christmas benefit so that we can help Polaris if that's at all possible. So, and maybe if one of you guys could give Ruth a call and ask her, or give Allie a call and ask her, the two that have already sort of done this might give you a clue as to how to start doing it if you want to do that. So, okay.
So who can do that? I think we should decide who is going to do that.
Okay. Well, my hope and suggestion would be, I think either John or you, Mel. I think one of the, either you or John.
Right. Do you want me to take it, John, because you're moving?
Can't hear you.
Yeah, that would be great. This is such a busy, crazy week for me.
Right. Right.
Everybody loves you, Mel, and you're such a good person to talk to, and I think you're the right person to do this.
So what am I?
Yes, and I'm an asshole, so
contacting
nobody's
her
gonna want to
for?
talk to me.
Right.
Oh, you
That
just
was the
fucking,
inference. But you
just
can
fucking
act.
shut
You
up.
can you can fucking act. Okay.
Crotchety.
Really.
What am I
What
contacting?
we want to do is the week of December the 13th, one of those, probably toward the end of the week. So it'll probably be
Yeah.
the 15th or no, probably the 17th, or a Friday
Well,
night or a Saturday night that
the-
week
The
before
18 yeah, right, yeah.
that we want to get a night, and we want to do a presentation of this as a benefit for Polaris.
Polaris, yeah.
Okay, so how
If we-
about Leslie too?
I would bring
Yeah.
Leslie into it, and I would ask Ruth. I would ask Allie first before I would go to Ruth.
To
Yeah.
see that she's free.
Yeah, well, Allie is free, and she's going to charge us $50 a rehearsal, and I'm going to talk her into doing 3 rehearsals for $120. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, but you're gonna handle that bit.
I will handle that, so don't talk about that. She's saying that that Death and the Maiden was done as a benefit for Polaris, and we want to do the same thing as a Christmas benefit, as a way to pay back Polaris for bringing us all together.
Okay, and do you want me to contact Leslie too? I'm fine.
I think
with that.
Leslie probably should be the first one.
Right,
to
that's what I'm
contact.
thinking.
Leslie-
Yeah, well,
if the
Leslie knows about this idea, so she should know that you're the member that's pursuing it. That's
Okay,
correct.
yeah, and I'll let her know, but we need to secure a date.
If we
Yes.
could
Friday,
do that,
December 18th and 19th is the Friday and Saturday of that week.
Okay,
Right.
so it's
Did you
either
wanna
the
do-
18th.
you want to do 2
19th.
nights or 1 night?
Well, that's up to you guys. So, because it involves, the other thing you need to ask Allie or Ruth is, did she pay royalties for Death and the Maiden? I don't think she did. And if we're doing it as a benefit, there's a chance we might be able to get this royalty free as well.
Can somebody else take that? I don't know Ruth. That's what-
Okay,
I
talk to
wouldn't-
Allie.
Yeah, I talked to Allie. I don't think we
Okay.
need to involve Ruth.
Yeah.
Plus you're saying it's scenes from the dining room versus doing the dining room. So
Oh,
maybe
that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be scenes from the dining room. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Which could get us out of
Yeah.
having to pay a royalty since it's not the whole thing.
Well, no, that really wouldn't get us out of paying a royalty, because we really are doing the bulk of the show. We're making slight alterations, but we really are doing the show. So.
Okay.
But
Um,
but I heard, I think I remember somebody saying that they didn't pay royalties because it was a benefit. I don't know, but
Okay.
just
Uh,
double
And
check.
Cindy,
it-
what did you say about the 17th and 18th? Or
The
something?
18th and the 19th.
The 19th are the Friday and the Saturday of that week, because the 13th is Sunday.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
For me, that's like my last week of teaching and going into finals at LIU. So that's going to be a crazy week. So for me, the Saturday would be preferable. I mean, if Leslie feels like let's do 2, I mean, you could propose both. Say, what do you think, Leslie? Or would you think 1 night or 2 nights? Because she'll see how this one just went. And
Right.
if she feels like it should all be on 1 night, then
Yeah.
if you're all okay with the 19th, that would make it a little easier for me to not
Yeah.
have all the academic stuff.
That's
Is the
great.
19th the Saturday?
Yes.
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 Okay,
If she says 2 nights, then the 18th and the 19th will be fine.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Listen, great work, everybody. It's just so
Yes.
much fun. I laugh so hard every week with you guys, and congratulations on all the steps you're making in the right direction. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.